design thinking for, am I not able to share my screen? 1 second. I'll have to rejoin quickly. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back again. And sorry, I was not able to share my screen. View. Cool. Okay, so before we jump into design thinking for startup founders, which you all are, let's quickly do a recap on what we learned in the Q&A session or the town hall that we did. There was one question that I asked in the last discussion that we all did. And the question was, what is the difference between human beings and animals? And I would request you all to type it down in the chat box, whoever remembers it. And we will start with that. Only 2 people? Ability to ask questions. अब तो टाइप कर दो, सभी लोगों को आंसर भी पता लग गया है. The fundamental difference between human beings and animals is our ability to ask questions. And I think आप कोई business करें या कोई job करें, or anything for that matter that you do in life in general, if you can have the ability to ask questions, and if you keep asking questions, you will be not just a better startup founder, you'll be a better human, you'll be a better learner, you'll be a better employee, you'll be a better son, you'll be a better daughter, you'll be a better partner, you'll be a better everything just by empathetically and deeply asking questions. Okay? अभी भी आधे लोगों ने reply किया. At least type down. Now that you're here, you are all present. I would love for you to move your fingers. I'm not asking you to do some yoga or exercise. Just move your fingers so that we all know that you're here. All right, perfect. Great. Let me share my screen now while you're typing. Screen. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. I'll get into presentation mode. Okay. So before we jump into the actual topic, who can tell me what design thinking is? Feel free to unmute and share.
The process, like the process or the fundamentals which we need to think of anything when we go and dive deeper into that aspect.
Okay, yeah, that's partially correct. What else? Anybody else? What is design thinking? Either chat or unmute yourself and share.
Gathering information for a prototype.
Gathering information.
For our
that is
prototype.
one part of it. That's one part of it. Yeah.
So this is so maybe to clearly identify your problem and seek how would you solve that on a paper, so you can write and it becomes more clearer and more global, not global, but more achievable. If you have written something, then you know what you want.
Okay, you're partially correct. I think 50-60% you're correct. It's not just on paper, it's actually creating something as well and making sure that you're iterating as well. But good, that's a good start. Who else?
So
Yes, sir.
I guess
Sir,
Sir,
another point
design
is
should be so design should be such that it conveys the message of the website properly to the user in the fastest possible manner. Like whenever he visits our website, the design should be such that he's able to identify what the website is about and how can I use it faster. So according to
That's the definition of, let's say, a design. I'm asking what is design thinking. So you're somewhat
sir,
right. Yes, Ali.
sir, identifying the problem statement and finding how we can design a system that can solve that problem.
Yeah, more or less, and similar to Pratham as well. I think it's you're partially there. Anybody else? Anyone wants to give it a stab? One more stab, then we move on. Yes, Astha.
Design thinking, I feel, is something where you try to understand the psychology of the consumer and then you design it in a specific way, like in a specific prototype where you're trying to empathize the way the
Hmm.
consumer would look at your website or see the products and like basically using something like UI, UX and design it that way.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, partially that is also correct. And I think a lot of you have talked about different components of design thinking, but it's a combination of 5-6 steps. Design thinking is a combination of a few steps, and you've touched. I think almost all of you have touched on one or two components of that entire process, which is great, which is a great start. And another great start is that you folks are engaged and you are responding and you're asking questions. Are we all humans today? Are we all 100% present? Are you going to be asking me questions? Yes, no, maybe? Show me
yes, sir.
thumbs ups.
yes.
Yes.
Great. Uh, अपने yes, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, great. Fantastic. Chitwan, आपने hand raise किया है? Is that a thumbs up or it's a hand raise?
Sir, it was a thumbs up.
Okay. All right. No worries. Perfect. Let's keep moving. You're at the last leg of the training. I'm sure you have built your business model canvas. I'm sure you've done your customer analysis. I'm sure you've done your market analysis. But it's an ever evolving process, right? It's your product is never perfect. Your product is never ready. Your service is never ready. Your service is never perfect. But that doesn't mean that we'll not go to the market and try something. Who's gonna unmute and read it out loud for all of us? What you see on the screen instead of me reading it out loud.
Sir, I can read.
Please go ahead.
Yes. So, design thinking is a strategic approach that emphasizes understanding user needs and challenges in the innovation process. For startup
Mhm.
founders, it provides a framework for creating solutions that are not
Hmm.
only viable but also desirable and feasible within the market.
Hmm. What does that mean to you?
Yes. So, sir,
इससे
it
क्या समझे आप?
basically the first line emphasizes that the design thinking should be done in such a way that it caters the user needs and challenges while
Hmm.
developing the website, and it
Hmm.
basically should create a framework that
Hmm.
is basically feasible for the market. So, if we are creating
Hmm.
an e-commerce platform, it should be such that it is very convenient for the user to process the whole system fast, like from visiting
Hmm.
to the product page and then to making the UPI payment. It should be
Hmm.
very feasible. There should be
Hmm.
one tap components in it.
Right.
Yes.
So you've been emphasizing on website a lot. I feel if the website is your product, then yes, it goes through that design thinking phase. But if website is just to display your product, then that is just a marketing platform. Okay, there's a
Right.
difference. So if the
Yes, yes.
website is your product or a service,
Mhm.
then yes, that will go through that journey of reiteration. But if it is a product that you're selling through a website, then that is driven by some other components. For example, Apple's website versus a BMW's website versus an education consulting website versus subkeymentoring.com as a website will be different, right?
Yes, sir.
Fair enough.
Design. Fair. Yes.
So that will be a design component, and how do we keep the customer engaged? This design thinking is more of a approach, like I said, a process or a framework for you folks to keep improving your product or service. Okay, understanding the needs, challenges, and innovate in the process, and then create a solution and ideate a solution as well. Okay,
Yes, sir.
great. Thank you so much for initiating and being proactive. Appreciate it. Um, I think it's the same thing. They've just repeated it. Before we begin in understanding something, we need to understand the importance of it. Why do you think we need design thinking? Who can tell me that? Now, we know briefly what design thinking is. It's a process, it's a framework, and it's a framework for you to help understand your customers better so that you can solve their problems better. As simple as that. Two-step. उसके अंदर multiple steps आते हैं, and we'll cover all those multiple steps. But why do we need design thinking? What's the need and what's the want of doing that? Some of the answers are already on the screen, but I would request anybody who's not spoken so far should speak. So Ali, I'll pause with you. If somebody has not spoken, please speak. Otherwise, I'll pick up a name from you randomly. Let me pick up a name.
So I guess
Who should I?
design. I think design thinking is important so that the solution that we the solution that we come up with regarding a problem. Firstly, we have to identify a problem properly. It should be unmet. Like there are two types of problems that an entrepreneur can deal with. Firstly, that
Yeah.
that solution for the problem must create a value for the customer in a way that improves his life, or if
Yeah.
that product, if that service or product is not availed by the customer, it will degrade
Hmm.
his quality. The second
Yeah.
is, after we identify the problem, only then can we come up with much more relevant and effective solutions.
Exactly. No, I think it's fantastic. That's a great answer. I think it's a Swayam, it's a three-way process. It helps you identify the problem deeply, which helps you identify the solution deeply, which helps you provide more value to your customers. Great. I think three steps, and very well said. Very well done. Um, what else? Who else? Swayam, I would like you to pick one person randomly. Tag one more person in the group.
Arpita,
Your voice is breaking. Can you repeat that?
Arpita,
Arpita.
Arpita.
Great. Arpita, why do we need to be thinking in design thinking, or why do we need design thinking in a startup co-founder? If Arpita doesn't unmute and share, then Swayam, you'll have to pick another person. Arpita, are you with us? So Arpita is not with us. She just joined the call, but she's not with us. So one more person, Swayam.
Kavya, Kavya.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Kavya. Thank you for unmuting. Thank you for sharing. Why do you think design thinking for startups is really, really critical and quintessential?
So, design thinking for startups is really critical because it helps us to understand the real problems and build solutions which are user centric.
Yes. Yes, you're right, and very well said, very rightly said. Thank you for sharing. And not just from the product perspective, but also from the perspective of operations as well. If you put design thinking to work, it's not just that you will have a better product, you'll have better, customer reviews, you'll have better value for the customers. But imagine you face a challenge within your team, right? And you're trying to, solve that problem within your team, an operational problem, or a money problem, or a financial problem, or a HR problem, or could be any kind of problem. If you are thinking in that design thinking mindset, it's actually a mindset wherein you can focus on identifying the root cause of the problem, bringing in a solution and adding value to any stakeholder, not just your customer. Okay, that's great. Uh, can somebody mute themselves? There's a background noise. I don't know who that is. Whoever that is. Akhilesh, if you can just mute somebody who's
I
background
did,
noise.
sir.
Okay.
I did.
All right. Oh, it just turned. I don't know why. Playing games with me. I think Ali, you had your hand raised. Do you want to share something? Do you want to add something?
Yes, sir. मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा सर इसमें कि according to my understanding, the design thinking for startup is really important because उससे हम उन चीज़ों को एलिमिनेट कर सकते हैं अपने प्रोडक्ट या सर्विस में जो क्या कहते हैं feasible नहीं है या फिर
Hmm.
सस्टेनेबल नहीं है। जैसे
Hmm.
मतलब कोई प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट है वो सच में रिलायबल है कि इस पे काम करा जाए, फिर हमारा
Hmm.
यूएसपी क्या हो सकता है कि हम क्या कहते हैं इस चीज़ को कैसे सॉल्व कर सकते हैं फीजिबल रह के और सस्टेनेबल
Hmm.
सॉल्यूशन हो। तो उस चीज़ के लिए डिजाइन थिंकिंग बहुत एक इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप है स्टार्टअप के लिए, चाहे वो प्रोडक्ट हो या सर्विस।
Great. Fantastic. You're right. All of you have been right.
Sir, I would like to
100%.
add
I think.
something to what
Yeah,
Ali
yeah.
said.
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Sir, I think design thinking can be used more to like prototype testing for a product.
Mhm. Of course, of course. That's one way for us to know if we are heading the right direction. It's one part or a step of the whole process. So let's say you've spoken to the, customer, you've identified the problem deeply. Now you've tried to build a solution, but to actually use that solution, you'll have to talk to the, you'll have to give the product or service in the hands of the users again, right? It's a iterative process. It's not a one-ended process. It's not a linear process. It's a infinity loop, an upward infinity loop, and we'll see that in just a second. Okay. All right, let's keep moving. Thank you so much, everyone, for adding your valuable comments, and you all are right, and you all are thinking the right direction. Um, and let's see, what's the first thing that will help us improve? It actually helps us with the culture of creativity. Design thinking helps us with the culture of creativity. Startup founders and the entire team is grounded in the solution in this competitive market. Whoever is able to creatively solve those problems, whoever is able to be with the customer and try to find different ways to add that value and solve that problem is going to be the game changer. For example, you might have heard about some of the new devices that AI has created, but they failed because they were not able to do a design thinking sort of process for them. They created like a brooch which did not work. They created Rabbit R1, which is like a non phone device that failed, and so on. So you can see multiple examples of this. It helps you be and build a team which is creative, which is centric to customers and their problem. Okay. As you've all said, it helps us understand our user needs. That is the very, very first starting point. Design thinking helps not just founders, but the entire team, the design team, to understand the audience needs, pain points, and better product development. Product development in itself is a huge market. The Teams app that you use, there is a product team for that. I've spoken to multiple Microsoft product teams in the past. I used to work for Microsoft before, and this team is focused on taking every customer data point to make the app better. The apps that you use, Swiggy, Zomato, anything that you use right now, it's doing this research to understand their customers and be building better products. Okay. And these are old companies, not just startups. Okay. No matter how old the company is, your design thinking will stay with you, not just as you're starting, but also when you're evolving, when you're growing. It definitely reduces the product management risk. It saves you a lot of money if you ideate and if you work with your customers early on. Helps you build better prototypes or minimum viable products, which some of you might be building, some of you might be working on, and it just gives you a process to validate whatever you're creating and pivot if needed. Meaning, let's say if you build something and it's not working out for the customers are not even using it, it gives you an advantage to pivot well and soon. Okay. Finally, I think, like I said, it's a mindset shift. It will help you not just solve the problems for your customer, but to solve the problem with your team, solve the problem with any function in your business, be it finance function, fundraising, sales, human resources, technology, could be anything. If you put these principles on any problem that you would want to solve, you'll be able to solve it better. You'll be able to solve it sooner, faster, and reduce the risk of failing. I also mentioned how many startups fail in my last presentation. Who can tell me how many startups failed?
91%, around 50,000, around 30,000, you said.
9 out of 10 startups fail, I guess.
Oh.
Yes, 9 out of 10 startups failed. Last year, on an year-on-year, the close to 25, 30,000 startups get registered in India. There are close to 1.8 million companies in India. And out of the 25,000 or maybe 30, 40,000 startups which got created over the last 2 years, 25,000 startups failed last year. Any of the things that you've learned in this whole journey so far are the tools to help you be successful. So remember that. Not just successful as a startup founder or not just allow your startup to be successful, but also be successful in life. Anything that you learn, anything that you deliver in any of these sessions or post your program, you will be able to implement those learnings and lessons in your life as well. Okay, remember that. All right, so I'll pause here and I'll see if you folks have any questions. Questions? Humans? Are we all humans or we are? Yes. Who's
Yeah.
unmuted? Please talk.
Hello, is my voice audible?
The first human. Yes, your voice is audible, but I can't see your name. Can you
Okay, it
share your
is.
name?
I think it's Saad. It's okay. Where is it?
Saad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it's
So-
Saad? You were saying your name. You think it's Saad, or your name is Saad?
My name is Saad. I think I've written it already, but I think it's not
Yeah.
visible, I suppose. Yeah. So
Okay.
my question
Yeah.
to you, sir, is that suppose my idea is to create an MVP of my idea. It takes uh, too much amount. So what should I do uh, if I'm not able to get the funding to create my MVP?
What is your idea? What's your product?
It's an ASIC chip for
Mhm.
homomorphic encryption, and it like to develop it would require huge amount of investment. So
Yeah.
uh, I was thinking of a software based approach, but companies don't usually want them because of the latency issue. So the best product would be an ASIC chip, but that takes huge amount of investment. So for that, what should be done?
Sure. No, that's a great question. Tell me, Saad, what is
Yeah.
the problem you're trying to solve and for who? Don't tell me about your product. Tell me about the problem and the solution.
Okay. The problem is about data privacy. Like
Mhm.
to train AI models, we require huge amount of data, but those data can get leaked. So what homomorphic encryption does is that we can compute on encrypted data,
Mhm.
and that would
Mhm.
solve a problem. Like this would solve the trust issues that we have with AI models, or any uh, for any data that we share on the internet. It would be able to solve that.
Mhm. And what's
That is
your
the
what will your solution do?
my solution
Will it
would be to
encrypt the
create a.
data, or will it you're creating an AI which reads the encrypted data?
Okay, no. What it would do is we can compute on the encrypted data and
Mhm.
get the required answer, or get the required solution without knowing the data that we have already.
Mhm. Mhm.
So suppose I want to train a model on some disease, and it would require like genetic data of suppose the entire Indian population that we have,
Mhm.
the data that we have.
Mhm.
But when regulations on data is so stricter, we would not be
Mhm.
able to do that. But suppose what we do is we encrypt the data and
Mhm.
then uh, compute on the encrypted data.
So let me come back to the problem statement. Let me come to I think, the original point that you made.
Yeah,
Right now, when we are trying to chat with, let's say, AI, we are
yeah,
that data is not secure. That data
yeah,
gets leaked. That's your problem
yeah,
statement.
yeah,
Now, you are trying to secure that data.
yeah.
So you're not trying to secure that data. You're trying to build an AI which can read encrypted data.
Uh,
That
I'm
encryption key
trying.
will be yours, and the
No,
decryption
no,
key will be yours as
no,
well.
no.
Yes or no?
Actually, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create a stack
Mhm.
that would allow my product, my hardware, to encrypt the data and
Yeah,
then compute on that encrypted data.
fair enough. I
Yeah,
understand. Oh, so let's still stay with the problem. Whose
yeah.
problem is this?
Okay. So the entire people, they want trust. They want to trust that their data is secure, and I think it is
Whose
a
entire
vibe.
people? Who's your focus group? Did you
Okay.
attend the previous two sessions? Who's your customer group? Who's the focus group right now?
I wasn't able to attend the last workshop. Sorry.
Okay. So who's your customer? Tell me that. Have you gotten a focus group discussion done with your potential customer?
My customers would be like AI model trainers, and
Who are those
like
people? Have you spoken to those people?
I wasn't able to speak with them.
So I think that's the first step you need to do.
Okay.
Your challenge has two answers. One is you've not grounded yourself in the problem. When you see the problem, there are
Hmm.
multiple levels to the problem. Okay.
Okay.
Now, first thing that we need to do is we need to identify who the customer is. Is it the uh, you know organizations like OpenAI
OpenAI. Yeah.
who are training their systems, Meta or OpenAI or Google or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if that is your audience, have you spoken to the people who are working on data engineers who are working on training these GPTs? That's one. Now, the second question or the second challenge that you're talking about, a problem that you're talking about, is everybody who's entering the data on ChatGPT, their data is not secure.
Yeah.
ChatGPT, Gemini, or any other platform, they will use our data, public data, mass data, to train their systems, right?
Yeah.
In that case, the security concern is with the end user, or the security concern is with the brand. It could be with both as well, but whose problem are you solving at the outset? That's the
Okay.
second question you need
So
to ask.
the
You don't have
first.
to answer
Okay.
that. Wait. You don't have to answer that right now.
Okay.
I'm just telling you
Okay.
how do
Okay.
you approach this. The third step you need to do is this: you are in love with the solution right now, what I can see and what I can think. कि आपने एक
Okay.
solution सोच लिया and you're retrofitting that. Now, for tens of years, Google has been providing email and email encryption and email WhatsApp encryption or chat encryption. Those services have already been there, right?
Yeah.
Now, are they solving the problem in an end user's mind? For example, it's Apple's marketing strategy that your privacy is on us. We will keep your data private, right? So when you do that, you either increase your security protocols in the device itself, or when you're transmitting data from one to the other, which is Telegram, which is WhatsApp, you are encrypting that data and making sure that any other person who you are sending to is only able to open it, right? Uh, there are other ways. There is another level of data security. Let's say personal information encryption. You don't have to encrypt the entire data, but any of your personal data, any of your personally identifiable data, the DPDP Act that you would know,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
came in 2023. Now, if you just encrypt that piece of data, then you might be able to solve the problem for both of them and make your system more less, energy consuming and way more agile and way more fast as well. I'm just saying you need to talk to your customer first. You've not talked to your customers. You're assuming it theoretically that this could be one way to solve it. There's nothing
Okay.
wrong in doing that, but do that exercise with your potential customers. I know these are high profile and high end technical users.
Yeah.
So you will have to be equipping yourself to be able to have that conversation as well. But without that conversation, don't you know you're not solving for anybody. You're just assuming
Okay.
something, you're using a product, and then you're going into the market and saying it will stick or not. That's like आपने arrow ले लिया और उसको अंधेरे में मार रहे हो, कहीं लग गया तो लग गया, नहीं लगा तो नहीं लगा. It's not the right approach. Talk to your
Okay.
customer, meet your customers, at least
Okay.
solve them theoretically. Building a prototype is a very very long game for you. अगर आप अपने कस्टमर से बात करके you can get to the root of the 4 5 problems that brands have, customers have, and the technical experts have, and then try to figure out at least theoretically what are the 4 5 ways to solve that problem and seek their approval. Your first step is that you've not taken
Okay.
that. Okay,
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
I
right,
I got.
perfect.
Thank you. Thank you for your self guidance.
Perfect, thank you, Saad. But a great question, thank you. Who else? Any other questions?
So, may I?
So
Yes, I will. I'll take Swayam first and then Rishit second. Yes, Swayam.
Okay. So, my venture is called Fundora, and under Fundora, I've built something called House of Kalakriti, and
Mhm.
is a venture that like was ideated to empower rural artisans by
Mhm.
bridging the gap between craftsmanship and conscious consumers through ethical
Mhm.
and sustainable systems.
Mhm.
So there are a few questions that like
Hmm.
I've not got answers to yet. Like,
Please go
how
ahead.
might we better understand what stops a customer from placing an order even after visiting our page? That's the first
Mhm.
question.
Yeah.
The second question would be how how might we design the journey so that customers feel proud of purchasing and not charitable? And the third question would be how might we create an experience where every order feels like a connection between the artisan and the buyer?
I'll give one answer to all three questions. Swayam, when you started this conversation, when you started this question, when you were talking about your product, I couldn't feel the connect. You talked about the product, you talked about the service. And if you want to create an emotional connection, you need to sell it in that way. For example, and this is just an example, and it can be implemented. And this is true for anybody and everybody who's on the call. Whenever you're talking about the organization that you are you're working on, or you're trying to find, and you're trying to implement, the one thing that you should do is to start by telling me the problem. You did not do that. For example, you should have started, Sanju sir, do you know there are 1 million, 10 million, 50 million artisans in India today? And do you know only 10 of them get paid of the amount of time that they work on, or whatever that emotional connect that you want to make, you make it at the outset. You tell me the problem, you don't tell me the solution, don't tell me the product के हमारा कंपनी का नाम ये है, ये प्लेटफॉर्म है. You've lost the customer. You've lost a customer. Everybody that you talk to is a potential customer, right? So do that on your website as well. You start as a pop-up. You start as a you enter the website and there's a pop-up coming to you that do you know 9 out of 10 things fail as a startup. And do you know, whoever we have worked with, we've increased the ratio of by 100%. 20% of the startups who work with us, they succeed, which is double the general trend of the market. I'm just giving you an example. Same way, when you're talking about a artisan-led or an emotional buy from a customer, don't talk about the product. Product comes way more later. Talk about the problem. Talk about what will they feel uh, proud of if they buy one of the products. Okay, that's one. Second, when you're trying to retain a customer, when you're trying to find out, uh, they've come to the website, and the conversion rate, the usual conversion rate is 5%, 3 to 5% of somebody who clicks on a product and keeps them in their cart. Pick up the phone. I don't know what your user journey looks like, but if you're taking their personal data, if you have any data to contact them and ask them, why have you not purchased? And so, as we talked in the previous lecture, customer focused group discussions. You should have a group of 100 people who you are running these pilots with. Instead of me telling you the answer to this, ask those 100 people who are your early adopters. Show them that web page. Ask them to go to that web page and ask them, why would you not buy from me? If you have to give me a feedback, then give me that feedback. Right? I don't think you attended in the last session, but we talked exactly this in the last session, that you have to have a focus group discussion with your customer. Do your customer journey mapping, talk to those customers, speak with them, show them what do you have, and take their inputs on how do you make your website better. That's the only way to make it better. Okay? Are these 2 points clear, Swayam?
Yeah,
Do they make sense?
it does. It does.
Great. Fantastic. Would love to look at your website and see. But start with the problem statement. अगर आपको emotional sell करना है, तो if you want to have that relationship and then you want to the customers to feel proud when they've done something, then make them feel proud. Yeah, don't be dry. All right, perfect. Rishit.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Sir, so if you might remember, my product were biodegradable pad and biodegradable pregnancy kit.
Yeah.
So the thing is that last week there was a pitch deck at my college, and I successfully pitched my product, and I got the third prize.
Hmm.
So the thing is that we are able to make the first prototype of the flexible rapid
Hmm.
kit.
Hmm.
I wanted to ask you that how do I get that prototype into testings, and where do I, so basically it's a rapid pregnancy kit. So if I have to successfully test, right, I have
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
find women who are pregnant and
Yeah.
try to give them and test it before launching it in the market. So how do I find those people? Like, yeah,
So Vivid can be tested
yeah,
in the fertility clinics.
all right.
Talk to the doctors there, go to
Okay,
fertility clinics, and of course, on a daily basis,
okay,
if there are 1,000 people coming in, that at least 100 of them will be pregnant. Of course, out of those
yeah,
100, you will get one or two testing your product, right?
yeah,
So it's a simple rule of thumb, 1 to 2%. And you go to a fertility clinic anywhere, wherever you are, and
okay,
seek permission of the potential parents, and then get your thing tested. Simple as that.
all
You might have
all
to
right.
even not, you might not even. So there are two things you need to test. First is the user experience. Okay. Second is the actual success rate, or like if you want to get a FDA approval or a medicine approval, then you will have to test the accuracy as well. For accuracy, you can get it tested in the lab. For experience, you need real people, and for experiences, you can go to fertility clinics. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
there you
Okay,
go.
thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Perfect. We will keep moving. Thank you so much for these wonderful questions. I love questions. Some of you have been really, really good humans. Some of them have been, well, not so great humans. We are all animals though, but we become humans when we start asking questions. Um, any other quick questions? Anything coming up? How are you all feeling? How are you all thinking? How are you all doing?
No, sir. Everything is great.
It's great. It's fantastic.
Yes, sir.
Is it all making sense or it's all nonsense?
So everything is making sense. So just a quick one. So is it? I don't know if it would come nicely or not. But sir, it would be very important. But sir, do you think when idea and the purpose of our for the idea is to serve our customers, then this whole process to empathize and then define ideate, this is very important rather than just focus on the solution and work for that before that
Yeah.
doing the whole process, sir?
No, so I think it's a process. It's not standalone. I'm not
Okay.
saying that you only talk about the problem and never come to a solution. No. All I'm saying is talk about the problem deeply with your customer and
Yeah.
talk until you really understand the problem and you talk about just the problem. For example, uh, there's a company that I'm helping enter India, Unihawk. I'll give you the example of that organization. We start by understanding there are close to 9 lakh people who are going out of India to study for both undergrad and both postgrad. Okay. Only 10%, less than 10% of them seek official counseling. They just go randomly. They don't know where they're going, where they don't know, they don't get that support. We want to help the remaining 90%. Now, that's the starting point to any conversation when you're talking about a company. Don't tell them, okay, Unihawk admission counseling. No. You tell them about the problem, how big the problem is. You all are in that journey of discovering yourself as people, or of discovering yourself in terms of your business, of discovering yourself in terms of what would you want to study, not just for your startup, but in your life as well. You might do a postgraduate program, you might do PhD, you might do something. But are you heading in the right direction? Most probably 95% of you are not. And that's why this education, counseling, mentoring, training comes in play. That becomes more important than the service itself or the product itself or who's delivering that product, to be honest.
Sure, sir.
So focus on the problem. And then, of course, a problem without a solution is still just a problem.
Yeah.
That's not the point. That's why it's a process. Like I said, it's not a single thing. It's not just one element.
Yeah.
Everything is going hand in hand. It's like a loop. Okay. But thank you for pointing that. And Karthik, let's keep moving. All right.
Yes, sir.
मैंने अभी पूछा था, is it making sense or not? I think some of you said nonsense. Who said that?
No, sir. No, nobody said that.
I'm just joking, but I felt some of you might have thought of it.
No, 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 no.
Just kidding. Just kidding. All right, perfect. Are you all with me? Show me thumbs ups.
Yes.
Come on, 1, 2, 3. That's all. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to see all 35. Astha, is that a thumbs up or a hand raise? Adarsh, is that a thumbs up or a hand raise?
It's a thumbs
Swayam, is
up.
that a...
Sorry.
Thumbs up, thumbs up. It's a thumbs up.
Okay, all right. Thumbs up. Next time we should have a thumbs up next to us. All right. So this is what it is, I think, in a nutshell, and we'll cover and we'll go deep in this. But you start by empathizing, and we talked about it. That's the most important thing.
Sanjul sir, you there? I think सर का स्क्रीन हैंग हो गया, राइट गाइस? क्योंकि मुझे तो आवाज नहीं आ रही है. किसी और को आवाज आ रही है?
He'll get
नहीं
back
सर.
in a minute or two.
ओके ओके.
Sorry, folks. My maids, she turned off my internet button, and she pulled the plug literally. So we will get into this again. Can you all see my screen? Wait. Share. Share the screen. You all can see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. Okay, so this is what it is. Like I said, it's an infinite loop. It should keep taking you upwards. You start by empathizing and understanding the context. Okay, then define what the problem is. Okay, then immediately design a solution as well. Get a prototype created, and then keep testing it. We'll do a quick run of this. Okay, we'll do a quick run of this. Everybody has a pen and paper with them? I'll stop sharing for a second. Everybody is having a pen and paper.
Yeah.
Yes? Are you all with me?
Yes, sir.
I would want you to design quickly. No thoughts. I would like you to quickly, on a piece of paper, design a bag and send me a picture right now in the chat box. Your first exercise is I would like you all to design a bag, send me the picture in the chat box immediately. This is how I learned it at Harvard when I was studying at Harvard. There was a design thinking session. We also spoke with IDEO, the IDEO design company. They design products and services. And it was a very, very fun exercise. So I would request you all to please design a bag and send me the picture on Nipun is on hold. I'm disconnecting that person, or if you can disconnect that person, Akhilesh. I don't want anybody who's not with us not to be on the call.
I'll check, sir.
Thank you. Quickly, take a picture and send it on the chat box. I'll do that with you. Bag. And Akhilesh, how do we create groups, subgroups on the teams? Is there a way to do that?
Sir, I don't think so that we have an like creating separate rooms and teams, but we can definitely do it on Zooms and WebEx. I need to check whether we have an option of creating the different rooms and teams.
Okay. Adidas. Wow. It looks like a rabbit from behind the Nike bag, Pratham, but great. Eco packs. Okay. Karthik. Oh, this one's more detailed, front and back. Wow. Oh, interesting. Interesting. That's nice. I'll send you mine as well. How do I do that? Um, so, Arbaz, write down what the bag is then. Bliss and grace. Sad, like that. Arjav. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Adarsh. I like that. Interesting. Asta, my bag is very, very similar to this one. Like almost the same. It's an LV bag though.
I wanted a Charles and Keith like that. I've written it on it.
Yeah, mine was an LV bag. Similar design. Okay, come on, folks, quickly. We don't have the whole evening for just this design exercise. Come on, we have to design our own products as well. Quickly, I would request everybody. And Akhilesh, can you remove Nipun, please, if he's not involved in this call, please. He's been on hold for a long time.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Palak. Most of you have designed like a backpack, right? Isn't that interesting? Like some of you have designed like a designer bag, some of your ladies' bag. I don't know which. Arjav's bag is. Uh, Arjav, what's this bag? What is this? It looks like a lock to me.
I was trying to create a handbag.
It's a handbag. Okay. It look okay. Okay. I mean, I can see that, but it looks like a lock. Uh, so I am another backpack. Oh yeah, this one. Sanchit's bag is nice. I like it. Okay, that's a handbag again. Who else? Come on, I'll give you 1 more minute to do this. Let's see. A bag. They are okay. And then there is a travel bag by Rehan. Adarsh. Is that a travel bag? What kind of bag is this? There's no, I can't make Adarsh. What kind of
So
bag is this?
basically, this design can be drawn on anyone, like a suitcase or a backpack or a handbag or like paper bag.
So it's kind of like a laptop bag. Is that what you're saying?
So the design can be drawn on any bag.
So it's just a design, not the bag.
Yeah, it's a bag.
Interesting.
The first image that I built was like a paper bag that is used like
Right,
blanket वगैरह
right,
delivery करने के लिए.
right,
Then I thought this design can be used in suitcase, normal bags, handbags. So it will look good when we add white and black to it.
right. Okay. All right. All right. We'll pause here. Now, uh, what's the problem in this exercise? And this is what we've seen over the last two, three sessions as well. What's the challenge in the thing that we did? Because everybody's answers were fantastic. But what's the challenge when it comes to
Finding the exact type of bag, like exact
Yes.
problem
Use case of
that
the
we
bag.
need to address, like which type of bag is required.
Anusha said use case, defining the what kind of bag. What else? Chitwan, you want to say something? What else? What else is the problem in this exercise? Come on.
Sir, the bag should be designed such that it is basically the bag that the customer wants, the features, the brand, and all the things that the customers want in a bag. It should be like that.
Partially there. Rehan, thank you for Sabki Munching bag. I don't know what bag is this. Is that like a tote bag which you get your groceries in, or what kind of bag is that?
So identifying the use case of the bag, but not only solving the functional problems, but also making the bag in such a way that appeals aesthetically to the consumers, because not everyone is like the core like not everyone is looking just for functionality, right? Like as you
Yeah.
said, you design an LV bag, the same LV bag, like the functionality that it's providing, we can get that at a lower price, but LV prices it higher due to the brand value that it has created and the design aspects that it has. So
Right. Right. Okay. I
Should I
mean,
say
all of
something?
you. Yes,
Should
yes,
I say
please,
something?
Subhash ji, bataiye. Yeah, please go ahead.
Question is what is the purpose of that?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
It
essentially,
was a big problem.
yeah,
Everybody
yeah, yeah.
started
So,
working.
so we have all been focused on the
Yes,
bag, and let's quickly hear from
correct.
Arohi as well. You're very, very close to the answer, Subhash ji. Arohi, you want to add something to this?
Yeah, I
Repeat the
think when
pardon.
you're set to design a bag, everybody had a
Uh,
very different idea about it in their head and they put it down there. So I think when it comes to like design thinking, what is important is to like understand what the consumer wants before what you're trying to give and design it in a way and understand all the aspects of it.
okay. I think, thank you for sharing that, Arohi. And I think Subhash ji will take the last, point that you made. The problem was we were all working towards a product. We did not ask about the problem. What are we trying to solve? जिस बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं, we've been talking about customer problem, empathy, this, that. You just ran with it. You and this is what happens in life as well. You talk about a product and you love the idea or the product. You forget about the problem, right? It's not about the bag at all. If I would have given you, Louis Vuitton, they started with the big suitcases. They have bags now. They had metal, briefcases, suitcases, luggages when they started because of the rail travel. It's not about the bag. It's not about the product. But we all fall in the trap of solutioning, and we love the product. Let's encrypt. Let's build a pad, or let's do something. No, what is the problem? What's the problem that you're trying to solve? For who are you trying to solve it? And then create a product and then give it to them. Okay, now let's do another activity. I would want two volunteers, and again, because we can't split you in groups, but I want one volunteer who wants to become a customer, and I would want one volunteer to ask a couple of questions to understand the customer. We'll do an interview, and then everybody who's created a product will again create a product based on their design and put it on the chat box quickly. Yes, Adarsh, do you want to add something?
Sir, no, sir. I just want to participate. I want to
You
be a
want to
customer.
be a participant? Do you want to be a customer, or do you want to be the founder?
So question.
You want to be the customer?
I have an interview.
Yes,
So
sir.
I
I
can
want to
be
be
the
a
customer.
Just 15 minutes.
Arav, what do you want to be? I'm sorry, Pratham and Swayam, because we've heard from you a little bit. We'll give other people to talk a little bit more. So Adarsh is our customer, and uh, Arjav. What does that word mean? What does that name mean, Arjav? It's a beautiful name. It's a different name.
Yes. Sir, the name Arjo is come from जैन रिलीजन्स जैनों की जो ग्रंथ होते हैं उनमें से आता है और आर्जो जैन का मतलब होता है कि वो पर्सन जो उसके मन में हो और वही वचन में हो मतलब अंदर बाहर से
Arjav.
एक ही
Wow, wow, beautiful. I love it. Arjav, you are going to be the founder of a brand or a company who makes bags, and you have to design a bag for Adarsh. Now, please, based on what you've learned so far, based on the inquiry techniques that we've talked about, you have to take the interview of Adarsh. If you both of you can turn on your cameras, that'll be lovely. If not, then
Yes, sir.
brilliant. So, Arjav, please, over to you. I think Adarsh is with us. Uh, आपकी कंपनी का नाम क्या है? And this is your potential customer for bags specifically. Please, let's hear it from both of them.
ओके
Yes.
तो आदर्श आप क्या मेन इश्यूज को फेस करते हैं जब भी आप कोई बैग लेने जाते हैं या आप बैग में क्या चाहते हैं कुछ स्पेसिफिकेशंस सर
बेसिकली मैं काफ़ी सारी एक्टिविटीज़ में डल चुका हूँ एंड डिफरेंट प्रोफेशंस में लाइक आईटी सेक्टर में भी इन्वॉल्व हूँ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में भी एंड स्पोर्ट्स भी करता हूँ तो मैं प्रॉब्लम जो बहुत ज़्यादा फेस करता हूँ वो ये है पॉकेट्स का दूसरा ये मेरे छोटे छोटे जो आइटम्स हैं लाइक एसडी कार्ड्स एलईडीज ये सब बहुत कॉगुलेट हो जाते हैं बैग में एंड ये चुभते हैं जब मैं हाथ डालता हूँ बैग में सामान निकालने के लिए दे पिंच मी अलॉट एंड स्पेशियस मतलब मेरे को स्पेस की बहुत प्रॉब्लम होती है क्योंकि मैं एक बैग कैरी कर सकता हूँ ऑन माई बैग एंड आई कैन होल्ड अ टर्न ऑफ वेट बट बहुत सारे बैग नहीं कर सकता तो मेरे को एक बैग ऐसा चाहिए होता है जो वेट कैरी कर सके लॉट ऑफ इक्विपमेंट्स कैरी करे एंड मेरे को जब सामान निकालूं तो कॉगुलेट ना हो पिन ना करे मतलब पिंच ना करे पोक ना करे ये सारी चीज़ें मैं बहुत प्रॉब्लम फेस करता हूँ ड्यूरिंग माई बैग
ओके तो मेरा दूसरा क्वेश्चन रहेगा आपके लिए उसमें डिजाइन इम्पोर्टेंट है डिजाइनिंग आर्टिस्टिक्स
यस डिज़ाइन इम्पॉर्टेंट है क्योंकि द बैग दैट आई कैरी आई यूजुअली कीप दैट बैग ऑन माई बाइक and my bike has a stand that can hold a bag of size a medium size bag and मेरे को डिजाइन से ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है बट या इट शुड बी ब्लैक कलर बिकॉज मेरे को धूल मिट्टी जल्दी नहीं चाहिए
ठीक है तो जो मैं आपका मेन समझा आपको एक तो चाहिए जो ज्यादा गंदा ना दिखे जल्दी और दूसरा आपको पॉकेट्स चाहिए पड़ेंगी और स्पेस की भी आपको रिक्वायरमेंट है
हाँ स्पेस की रिक्वायरमेंट है बट लोड कैपेसिटी के साथ एज आई टोल्ड
हम्म
यू मेरा बहुत सारा मल्टी सेक्टर में इन्वॉल्वमेंट है मैं सामान बहुत कैरी करता हूँ मैं नहीं चाहता कि मेरा कोई भी सामान दब के टूटे खासकर
All right,
लैपटॉप
we'll pause here. We'll pause here, and based on this, let us all design a bag for Adarsh. Okay, you have another 5 minutes to do that. Arjav, thank you for doing this. Adarsh, thank you for doing this. Now we all will be designing a bag for Adarsh. Okay, we'll complete one cycle. We completed one cycle without understanding the problem. This is the second cycle with understanding of a little bit more about the customer and the problem. And we will do a third round, and you'll see what we are trying to do in this. Okay. All right, 5 minutes, not more than that. Everybody design a bag for Adarsh. आज आदर्श एक नया बैग लेके यहाँ से जाना चाहिए. ठीक है? Ready to pay, Adarsh?
Yes, sir. I
Great.
am if the
Fantastic.
product quality is good.
Great. All right. Everybody, 5 minutes. Bags for Adarsh.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, till the time everyone is designing a bag for me, can you
Yeah.
help me out with the problem that I'm gonna face in my project right now, मतलब the business that I'm trying to build?
Yeah. Tell me.
So the problem that I'm facing is the cost of the product. So the target audience that I'm trying to target is below poverty line, due to which they won't be able to afford it. So let
Yeah.
me come up with a whole problem that I'm facing or the problem that I'm working on. So basically, it's a problem to provide maths and science education to visually impaired people. So what I'm
Mhm.
trying to is teach them maths and science and various types of subjects and languages so that they can improve in their life. And
Mm.
by communicating with them, I was told around after eight, they had to switch to like massage and other kind of stuff where the study is not involved extensively, and due to which they are not able to earn well. They are dependent on like NGOs and different sort of areas. So that's the question that I want to ask.
Okay. So,
Uh,
Adarsh, let's stay back after this call and we'll discuss deeper. I am from the education sector and I've been involved in something similar. We'll talk and we'll create something. Okay.
okay,
I will answer this and work with you on that. Don't worry.
thank you.
निपुण ने आपके लिए एक बैग बनाया है.
I would love to see it.
People, we have 3 minutes to do this now.
Uh,
Front pockets, back pockets, 5 pockets in the front.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Huh. All right. Who else? 2 more minutes, quickly. Black color. There are 3 sections I can see. Front section has 2 pockets. I'm assuming the second section has pockets as well. And the third section is for bigger stuff and your laptop and everything. Okay. I mean, looks nice. Pratham. Again, Adarsh, please feel free to give your comments on that as well. 1.5 more minute, folks.
Yes, sir. I'm visualizing it. How it's gonna look.
Hmm. One more minute, folks. So I'm good. Good effort. This is nice. Pandura. Pandura can actually create a bag market, है ना? Bags from artisans. So Adarsh, if you buy this bag, it's not just a bag just for you, but it's a bag which is created by one of our um villages that we work with and handcrafted, personally embroidered just for you. Swayam, are you able to understand what I'm trying to say here?
Yes, sir.
Mhm. Okay, Nipun, Arjav, Pratham, Swayam, and Ali, and Sanchit. That's it. Nobody else, folks? All right. Thank you all for whoever have added this. Again, people who've not added, out of the 32 people, only 4, 5, 6 of them have given their ideas. Not done, not cool, not fair. But we will come back to you. Uh, so before we jump into understanding this exercise and the bags design that you saw, Adarsh, and we do the other round of this. Now, who will tell me what we have seen in this whole journey so far? Did how do I start the presentation? Come on. Oh man. Give me 1 second, please. You all can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One thing which was missing in Arjav was the empathy, right? He did not understand who Adarsh is. Adarsh, hi, how are you doing? Where are you from? What do you do? How old are you? Where do you study? He did not empathize. He just jumped into, acha, bag kaun sa chahiye? So there was less of empathy. There was less of personal connection
Connecting
and
with the customer.
understanding. Yeah. If somebody would have asked you, Adarsh, who are you? What's your identity? Where are you from? What do you do? What kind of work do you do? What about these wires? Where are they coming from? What? Oh, You said your hands get pricked with these wires at times as well. Are you
Yeah.
okay? Are you hurt? Did you get hurt or something of that sort? So empathy was kind of missing, and therefore the context as well, right?
Yes.
If somebody would have empathized with you, somebody would have understood what you're trying to do, somebody would have uh, really created a space for you to just talk freely and understood what you're looking for, you would have been able to define it more well. You got some designs, but were like those designs were based on very brief, very high level understanding of what the need is, right?
Yeah. Basically, then they were able to get to my actual interest that I'm focused into. The very
Yeah.
first part that I said, I'm involved into various activities like IT, electronics, and very high
Yeah.
loaded stuff. They didn't ask me why I do it. Is there any specific part that I'm interested in? And all sort of empathy connection that a founder should know so that he can connect with the customer, he can connect with his feeling, and when he make that connection he is able to feel that pain that this other person is feeling, and according to it he or she will be able to work on that idea and actually know what's the problem is.
Exactly. So if you felt empathetic with others, you would have not just been able to sell a bag or design a bag, you would have changed uh, his lifestyle. So if you're a bag manufacturing company and you think like a bag manufacturer, you will always be a bag manufacturer. But if you think like a lifestyle product company, if you think like a wellness company, then it'll be less about the products that you're going in market with. It'll be more about how are you adding value to the lifestyle. That's where and how you will be able to make money as well. भले ही वो फंडूरा हो, भले ही वो हमारा what was the name of our company, which is biodegradable, Vivid and Willow ho, could be any kind of product. But what is the value proposition? What is the problem you're solving for the person was not clear. Okay, you have to really define what you're doing, and then you ideate it. So first version and the second version, we all saw the difference, right? You created a version. The second version was better. Yes or no? I want to see thumbs ups. Are you all sleeping? Are you all with me? What's going on? Okay. So first version was okay. You did not even, you talked just about the bag. Second version, maybe you also talked about the bag, but a little bit about the customer as well, which was better. So prototype was better. And now when you go back with this design to the customer, they'll give you an input and then you empathize again. And then this whole cycle keeps churning. Go through at least 3 to 4 cycles to create your MVP. And you can't do it in your head. You have to do it with the actual end user and the customer. Okay. Now let's quickly understand the theory of this, and then we will do a small exercise. We have a lot of kind of text to cover. Empathize, humanize. This is also called human-centric design. Design thinking is a fundamental process behind human-centric design. Human-centric design products, human-centric design elements comes from empathy. The more you empathize with the person, their background, and you can't pretend this. You have to be genuinely interested. आपको ऐसे करना है जैसे आप उनको अपना बेस्ट फ्रेंड बना लो. If you have to solve a problem for a customer, don't think of a customer like a customer. Think of them as your friend. And the only way to make friends is to listen to them. Just listen. Gather insight, understand what they're going through, what is the experiences, what are the observations, what I mean, be genuine about it. You can't fake genuinity, right? If you're genuinely aware or genuinely curious about somebody, they'll make you your friend. That's where brand loyalty comes in. वो बहुत बाद में आएगी, मगर पहले आप अपने पहले 100 customers को तो इतना अपना दोस्त बनाओ. Make them your closest of friends. Trust me, they'll get you the next 1,000 people. Your first 100 customers will get you your next 1,000 customers. And if you have 1,000 customers, then you can scale to the next 10,000. But that loyalty will come, that friendship will come if you really, really empathize. Okay? Is it all making sense? Thumbs ups, please. And out of 30, only 10 people are actively with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. वो सेम लोग बार बार कर रहे हैं, and I'm not taking those thumbs ups. I want to see all 33 thumbs ups. उसमें तो कुछ नहीं जा रहा है यार, आपका टैक्स नहीं लग रहा है. I'm not charging you all GST. All right, empathize. Make your first 100 customers your friends. Really empathize. Really listen to them. Okay, they'll be responsible to get you the next 1,000. I'm telling you. Okay. Define, then clearly define, ask, reiterate, ask them, oh, do you mean this? Do you mean that? Do you want these pockets to be visible from the outside, or do you want these pockets to be hidden? Do you want any locks? Do you want, I mean, rephrase, ask, really framing what they've told you, what you understood. Okay. Then ideate. Ideate as in create something. 4 or 5 ideas. Don't just go in with one idea. Show him 2 samples. Okay, this is the one, second one. This is one, third one, whatever. Let them choose, let them decide, let them play with it. Okay? Show them that you are the expert in that field. You can add value. Then create a prototype either on a piece of paper or create a physical product. If physical product creation is too time consuming or too expensive, then create a prototype on a mock-up. Okay, create a sample, give them the sample, let them decide from the sample. Am I making sense, folks? Are you all with me? Yes, no, maybe, could be, possibly.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, only 3 thumbs ups. I'm gonna be very very sad, है ना? मैं एम्पथाइज कर रहा हूँ आप लोग के साथ और आप मेरे साथ नहीं कर रहे हो यार. दिस इज सो मतलब मैं रो दूंगा अब. Okay, and then test it. Once you've created a design, go take their genuine feedback, and then repeat the process. Repeat the process. Repeat the process. Do it at least for 3 cycles. For the focus group, 25 to 100 का focus group, then you have your minimum viable product. बहुत मेहनत लगती है, I'm telling you, and think of a business which you would want to run for the next 10, 20, 30 years, not just for the next few months. Then only you'll be able to put in this much effort. Okay? I used to work for Pratham Education Foundation. I don't know, Adarsh, have you heard about them or not? They are the biggest and oldest non-profit in the country. They reach 6.5 million children every year.
Okay.
They've been a 30-year-old company who's been delivering training to the last mile underprivileged communities. They work from everybody from a 0 to 3-year-old parents, from a 3 to 6-year-old student, from a 14 to 18-year-old student to higher education as well. Okay.
Okay.
So when you start something, you start for the rest of your life. And to do this, you have to work with your potential customers. All right. Okay, I'll pause here. What's going on through your mind? ये हमने कर लिया है sample, conduct user interviews. How do you do it? We will do another sample or session अभी. User personas जो हमने last time बात किया था, create like a persona, demography, how much do they make, how much do they earn, what is a fair price? For example, in this case, you would have asked, what's a fair price for a bag like that? And for how long will you be using that bag? How long have you used your current bag? What's your current, affection or relationship with your bag? I mean, it's up to you to be the kind of company that you would want to be. Are you just a bag company? Or you're a lifestyle company? The question is yours. The ball is in your court. Observe the behavior, observe the interview. If they are uncomfortable with something, if they're uncomfortable with a few more things, then do that. Okay, I'll pause here. I'll stop sharing for a second, and we'll do this exercise one more time with a couple of other people. I want to see hands of people. One person who would want to be the customer. Who is going to be the customer? The first hand that I see for people who have not spoken will be the customer. Or else I'll pick. No, people who have not spoken.
The customer is the founder.
Let's take another pair. Come on, folks. Are you all even with me? Matlab nashta pani, khana pina. Matlab what's going on? Why so silent? Nobody? Wow.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time I am seeing where the boys are more interactive than the girls.
Maybe the girls all know that we want an LV bag or a Kenneth and Cole or whatever the brands are, D and G and whatnot. Um, yeah, let's hear it from a few women in the group. Women in the group. Let me take names now then. All right, let's hear from Lipakshi and Ishita. Lipakshi and Ishita, are you with us? They're not with us. You can take them off the meeting, please. Let's hear from Mansi and Tanu. Please take them off the
Yes, sir.
meeting if they're not with us. Mansi is with us, yes. Tanu, are you with us? Yes, Tanu. Are you able to talk, Tanu? Are you with us?
Guys, please respond.
Okay, Tanu and Bhumika, are you with us? Wow.
So, Tanu is with us.
Are you
She
able
got a
to
message
speak?
from.
So Tanu also, so are you folks able to speak or no? अरे आप स्टार्टअप फाउंडर्स हैं यार, आप बात नहीं करेंगे तो कैसे चलेंगे हम आगे? Okay, let's do Asta and Mansi. Mansi, you'll be the customer and Asta, you be the founder.
Can I be the customer?
Why?
Because I think I'll do the customer better.
What's that supposed to? Mansi, do you want to be, is that okay? Do you want to be the founder? We can't hear you. You want to be the customer. Okay, Asta will be the founder and Mansi becomes the customer. Please unmute and let's have that conversation quickly. Come on, we'll do it in next 5 minutes. I have a hard
Okay,
stop at 7.
Mansi. So what are the specific requirements that you are looking for?
No, we missed it again. We missed it again. We did not start by empathizing. Hi, Mansi. How are you doing?
Hi, Mansi. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, so what are the requirements that you are looking for?
Still
Um,
not, still not. Okay, so let me just do a mock here. Okay. Um, again, we have to understand empathizing doesn't mean कि हमने सिर्फ hi hello कर दिया and then we jump on to the discussion. I know we just have 5 minutes, but that's okay. Spend the 4 minutes in the 5 minutes that you get in understanding the person that you're talking to. Mansi, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
So where are you calling from? What do you do? Tell me about yourself, please.
I'm a student. I'm doing BTech currently in second year in EC.
Okay. In what? In where? EC, Electronics and Communication. Which college?
Maharajas Surajmal Institute of Technology,
Where is that?
Janakpuri.
In Delhi.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, Mansi. I'm also from Gurgaon, and I've done my engineering as well from Delhi NCR only. Uh, That's great. I hear, Mansi, that you're looking for a new bag in the market. Tell me, what are your likings? What kind of bag are you looking for? And I want it to be again in sync with your personality and who you are as a person. So tell me, who are you as a person, and what kind of symbol would you want the bag to be? for you?
As for now, I have to go to colleges, so I want the bag to be spacious enough, but not too big. It should
Hmm.
have a lap compartment, a water
Hmm.
bottle compartment, a separate one,
Hmm.
and nice zip pockets, small and big both, to
Okay.
carry some of the articles,
Okay.
and 2, 3 separate compartments in the bag to
Uh-huh.
segregate the objects I'm gonna put in.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
all I think.
Okay. I think I kind of love the fact that you were talking about carrying a water bottle. मैं खुद कोशिश करता हूँ कि मैं water bottle carry करूँ, but मैं आज तक नहीं कर पाया हूँ. That means you are a very health conscious person, it seems, है ना? Do you carry anything else in the bag?
ID cards, wallet,
कुछ खाना पीना, any food items, anything
lunch
that
box.
no? Okay, that's great यार, because उसमें smell हो जाती है. What colors do you like in general?
Like in case of a bag, I would go with black, gray, or brown. Not so bright, not so dull.
Okay. Not so dull. I think a gray or a brown would do better because black is just black, you know. But okay, we can look at some options. And what's the kind of price that you would be thinking or expecting from a bag like this, from a utility perspective, or also do you think you want to show off this bag, or you just want to have it behind anywhere? And do you want the bag to make any statement, or it's just a utility bag for you?
It should be a utility bag.
So it doesn't matter वो कैसा दिखता है, कोई brand है नहीं है, it doesn't matter, huh?
No, brand doesn't matter. In case of
हाँ.
looks, it should be okay, okay.
What do you mean okay? यार compromise क्यों करना है? अगर looks चाहिए तो अच्छे चाहिए होंगे ना?
If it's spacious enough and fulfilling all my needs, so
हाँ.
I can compromise on that one. But if it looks
Hmm.
nice but doesn't have many compartments, doesn't have
Hmm.
many separations, then I would not buy it.
Got it, got it. But so, I mean, looks also matter, but the utility matters more.
Yeah.
Also, the color is like muted colors, not extremes. A space for your water bottle, a couple of compartments for your bigger stuff and smaller stuff. You didn't tell me about the price point. What is the amount of money that you would want to spend on this? Do you want to use this bag for next 2 years, or it's just like a few months that you want to use and then you want to change it?
I want to use it for a long time, not just like 1 or 2 months.
Acha,
I would pay for around 1,000, not more. No.
1,000 rupees.
Yeah, less
Okay,
than that.
all right. Hmm. And Mansi, who are you as a person? And if you have to define yourself in 1 or 2 words, how will you define yourself?
Uh, right now, I can't think of anything. Sorry.
अगर आपके दोस्त आपको डिफाइन करेंगे, अगर आपसे आपके दोस्तों से मैं पूछूं कि मानसी कैसी लड़की है, तो वो 2 या 3 क्या शब्द होंगे जो वो लोग यूज करेंगे? अंदाजे से बताइए, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. हाँ जी.
Unbothered.
Unbothered, carefree.
Yeah.
Wow. What else? One more.
Mm, calm.
Calm and carefree. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking out these 5 minutes, and I really appreciate you unmuting and talking to us. It takes a lot of courage, and I think you've done a tremendous job. I appreciate you for being the customer today. And we will share a few designs with you very shortly, and we will take it from there. Okay?
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you, Mansi. Appreciate it. We will join you all back in the call. Now, who will tell me uh, what kind of design and what will we be able to design now? What could be the value add? if it was on me, I would take a muted color, gray and brown, have a combination of these two colors. Also have these two words जो मैंने last में पूछे, they become the value add. Getting a word printed on a bag is not a big cost, right? But it will add a lot of value on Mansi, calm and carefree, because that's who she is. So it becomes more customized, personalized. Very well done zippers, very well done quality, very well done sort of packaging, and of course, you know the cost as well. And now, if you design a product, you can always go back. Mansi, if I tell you, uh, I've designed these two bags for you on paper, I want your opinion. But one will cost you 1,200, one will cost you 800, and I'll explain you the difference. You would still want to offer a little bit more money if it is more customized for you. Yes or no? And you don't have to say yes for the
Yes.
sake of saying yes. But if you got a bag which represented you as a brand, which had your these name tags, where you keep your ID card, तो ID card के लिए हम अलग से एक hook दे देंगे आपको, where you can tag it on the outside with your name and everything. And these two words were there on the bag, would you pay a little bit more?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, mostly customers are.
Hmm.
So what is the difference that we have all observed? I'll take two notes and then we'll move on to the theory again. Asta, I'll start with you. What was the difference between when you were starting and versus how I was navigating through this discussion?
I think when we were trying to personalize the bag more according to her, like, say you said that the printing price wouldn't be as much, but after doing that, she wouldn't mind paying like a few bucks extra, which would lead to much more profit, as well as it would satisfy her needs more, adding value, as you say, and uh, be more personalized and useful to her, while also like meeting my needs where I'm trying to serve the customers exactly what they want, as well as creating more profit out of it.
Hmm. One thing that I want you all to take back home is it was not about the bag. It was about her, who she is. There are millions of bags out there in the market. The only difference in the bag that we create for Mansi is Mansi herself. And that will come when we do these discussions. Okay. Ali, you want to add to that? You had your hand raised.
सर आपने जिस तरीके से डील करा उसमें ये चीज मैंने जो ऑब्जर्व करा वो ये है कि पहले तो आपने पर्सनल मतलब एम्पैथी के साथ मतलब कनेक्ट करा कस्टमर के साथ, फिर आपने प्राइमरी नीड समझी, उसको फुलफिल करने के बाद आप सेकेंडरी पर्सनल टच पर आए। मतलब ये एक पूरा प्रोसेस है जो मतलब क्या कहते हैं हमें कस्टमर को हमारे प्रोडक्ट लेने पे वो करता है।
Okay. Yeah, that's a good observation. And I think most importantly, it's hard work. Mansi, did you ever feel in the conversation that we were having that I was trying to sell you something?
No.
So we are not selling anybody anything. We are just genuinely interested in knowing who the person is. That's it. Even if they buy from us or they don't buy from us, they become your friends and they become your well-wishers. In the future, when your company becomes big, they will know you. They'll remember you. Not everybody buys Apple product. Everybody knows about it. Everybody wants to, aspire about it. Okay. It depends on what category of the product that you're in. All right, I'll pause here and I will ask if people, okay, we are left with 26 people. That's very interesting. भाई CEOs हैं कंपनी के, थोड़ा समय कम है उनके पास, तो क्या कर सकते हैं? It's okay. All right, questions. humans. All clear? Thumbs ups? दिखने चाहिए 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 17 वो बार बार वाले नहीं मैं काउंट करूंगा वो मेरे को दिख भी नहीं रहे हैं बट कार्तिक यू जस्ट gave me a thumbs up twice but okay all right let's move on. Thank you so much for people who have been participating and who are with me so far. Let's talk about identifying the problem. Again, it's the repetition of what we just covered. But oh, why is it starting from scratch? ये भी हमने देख लिया है. Now we come to identifying the problem. We've done that. Generating solutions, we've seen that. Prototyping, we have done that. In prototyping, there are a few examples. I think one of you asked that the cost of
Hello.
doing. Hi, who's this?
Yeah. कौन सा डेटा बस
Can you mute
नेम चेंज
yourself,
करना और
please?
हो गया वो
I can hear somebody talking. I don't know who that is.
Muted, so muted.
Okay. Like I said, everybody is a CEO already, and people are busy, which is great. So one of you asked me if it is too cost intensive to design a prototype. Be very frugal in designing your prototypes. Be very simple and a good representation of the solution. Functionality rather than aesthetics. Use low cost materials because it's a prototype. Go with the high end or go with the bigger, fuller version. In your case, Ali, as well. I think don't go with the whole thing. Go with smaller miniature versions of it and test out the market based on that. And take the feedback. I think taking feedback is quintessential. We can't refine a product if we are too much in love with the product. Let's say if there is a new idea, for example, in this case, I told Mansi that I'll add those names and those words on the bag, but if she doesn't like it, then don't just be in love with the idea that you got. Oh my God, it's an amazing idea. You personalize it. She might not even like it. So you should be ready to kind of, maneuver and change. And then again, transition to most polished in the last leg of prototyping. Final testing, final product. Okay. Fair enough. User testing, feedback collection. I think we've covered this. We'll not cover any of this more. A few case studies or a few examples that I wanted to give, and then we will kind of take questions and then pause there. One is just to kind of see how bigger companies are doing. Airbnb again is a huge company, 100 million users worldwide in a seamless platform. Airbnb started with like a bread and breakfast service for some cities, some colleges, and some people. Now they have actively gotten 100 million people. Uber has 1.5 million rides. Their platform is constantly improving. They're constantly reading through. Every city is different for Uber, and they're customizing it based on the data. Slack is a software provider, and 90% people who are using it, they have attributed to team's productivity. That becomes your significant number. For example, in your final pitches, when you talk about numbers, not just from the problem, but also the solution and product, eventually, out of the 100 people that you've worked with, out of the customer base that you've met and spoken to, 95% like them, 98% like them. That number will stick with the investors as well. And it will tell them that you've already spoken to real people and you've gotten real feedback. Okay. And you have done your due diligence. So this number, when you talk to people, this is going to add to your matrix of making more money and raising more funds. Remember that. It is not just for the product design, it's also for gaining your credibility in the market. Okay. And then we come to the last slide, which is culture of innovation, encouraging you to continuously engage with users, iterate solutions, embrace failure, and learn from opportunities or learning opportunities. I think that's about it. I'll stop sharing and I'll take a few questions. And if we don't have too many questions, I'll take Adarsh's question. Or Nipun, we can dig deeper into your prototype after Adarsh's question. Any questions, humans? We have how many people left with us? 25. शुरुआत तो सभी तेजी से करते हैं, जो अंत में रह जाते हैं जीत उन्हीं की होती है अक्सर. It's not about, yeah, go on Ali.
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन था, जैसे आपने बताया कि 3% रेट होता है मतलब लोगों को अप्रोच करने का, उसमें का 3% सक्सेस रेट होता है. सर मैंने ना कुछ टाइम पहले ईमेल भेजे थे अलग अलग लोगों को, मतलब बहुत सारे लोगों को ईमेल भेजे थे, मतलब अपने
ईमेल का
प्रोडक्ट को
सक्सेस
लेके.
रेट 0.1% होता है.
0.1%. हाँ तो सर क्या हुआ था, मैंने बहुत लोगों को कमेंट वो ईमेल भेजे तो कई तरफ से है ना नेगेटिव फीडबैक आया मेरे पास. मतलब कुछ जगह ये से बोला कि बेकार चीज है ये. तो सर उस नेगेटिविटी से मैंने डील करा जाए, मतलब हम जब प्रोडक्ट बना रहे हैं उसके साथ
That's an
नेगेटिविटी
opportunity. That's an opportunity. अगर नेगेटिव फीडबैक आता है तो आप उनको, दे आर योर बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स, पिक अप द फोन एंड टेल देम आई वुड लव टू टॉक टू यू. आपका नेगेटिव फीडबैक है, सर आंखों पर है, आप मेरे से बात तो करो, मेरे को समझाओ क्या है नेगेटिव, गो डीपर. देखो, देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन negative people and negative feedback. There are, in some cases, you will have people who are pulling you down, जो आपका success नहीं देखना चाहते. They hate you, they don't like you. Ignore that and don't consider them. The second kind of feedback is the genuine negative feedback, wherein they don't hate you, they don't hate the product, but they feel that it's not going to do well, or they feel that there is no value, or they feel that there's something wrong with the idea or whatever you're trying to do. Talk to those people and try to identify what exactly is it that they want. They are your best friends. Talk to them. जो haters हैं उनको तो साइड पे रखिए. Hater तो सभी को मिलते हैं. There are many people out there who will not want you to succeed, who would just hate you, who would not appreciate you on what you're doing. We don't want to entertain those people. That's okay.
सर उस चीज को
Make
इग्नोर
sense?
करें मतलब. यस सर.
हाँ, आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना आना चाहिए कि कौन हेटर है और कौन जनरली नेगेटिव फीडबैक दे रहा है, और उसको ये लग रहा है कि आपके काम में वैल्यू नहीं है, तो ये भी एक फीडबैक है. तो हेटर्स को ऑफ कोर्स इग्नोर करो, नॉट द नेगेटिव फीडबैक वाले लोगों को. देयर इज अ डिफरेंस. ओके, यू नीड टू बी इंटेलिजेंट इनफ टू नो के हु इज हेटिंग इट वर्सेस हु इज genuinely not interested or not seeing the value, और फील्स के ये वैल्यू ऐड नहीं करेगा. उससे आप बात करो, यार अच्छा वैल्यू आपको लग रहा है कि नहीं करेगा, बट एज पर यू what should I do to see कि इसमें क्या वैल्यू हो सकती है, right? That's how you approach it. All right, we move on to Adarsh's question. Can you rephrase the question? Because I know that your product is for people who can't afford it. What is your cost of doing it? What is your revenue model?
So let me
and
start.
what is it that you want to do?
Okay, so let me start. And मैं थोड़ा हिंदी में बोलना पसंद करूँगा. तो basically what I aim to go on like मेरे को ब्लाइंड लोगों को ना उनको उनकी करंट स्टेट से थोड़ी सी इम्प्रूव स्टेट में लेके आना था. एंड आई थॉट ऑफ अ सॉल्यूशन जो कि था स्टडी के थ्रू. एंड व्हेन आई गॉट टू नो आफ्टर रिसर्चिंग कि उनको मैथ्स एंड साइंस पढ़ने में बहुत दिक्कत होती है. सो फ्रॉम दिस आई गॉट एन आइडिया, आई गॉट द प्रॉब्लम कि उनको मैथ्स एंड साइंस पढ़ने दिया नहीं जाता एज एन दे आर नॉट एबल टू. क्योंकि जैसे जैसे क्लासेस बढ़ती जाती है वो लेवल ऑफ डिफिकल्टी बढ़ती जाती है. एंड वी कांट जस्ट राइट एवरीथिंग इन ब्रेल फॉर दैट. तो बहुत कम रेशियो है जिसमें ब्लाइंड लोग कॉलेज तक पहुंचते हैं. रेस्ट वो लोग विड्रॉ कर लेते हैं
कौन
स्टडी
से
से.
लोग?
एंड
ब्लाइंड लोग?
या विजुअली इम्पेयर्ड पीपल.
विजुअली इम्पेयर्ड.
ओके. सो अब
Okay.
ये था कि इनको पढ़ाना कैसे. अब ब्रेल में पढ़ाने
Okay.
लगूंगा तो
Okay.
सेम ही है.
Okay. Okay. So let me take a step back. We'll not come to the solution just yet.
Yeah.
Step back. आपने बोला कि करंट एंड फ्यूचर स्टेट, क्या मैं उनको एक स्टेट से बेहतर स्टेट पे पहुंचाना है, मेरे को उसका डेफिनेशन चाहिए, आपको भी चाहिए. लाइक टू आंसर योर क्वेश्चन बेटर, आई वांट टू नो what is the current state looking like and what's the better state that you're expecting in terms of quantities, not just qualities. Okay, what will change in their uh, life if they learn mathematics?
Okay, so maths and science, yeah. So when we talk about like maths and science जैसे stuff जिसके अंदर हम लोग deep research करते हैं. And as we all know, all the research and the concepts that are built on maths only and maths and science,
So
whether
अभी
it's
भी आप
a
नहीं समझे.
technology and something.
एक बार सॉल्यूशन को साइड पे रखो.
सॉल्यूशन ही बता रहा था
आज की
सर. मैं
डेट
वो
में
बता रहा था कि उनकी करंट
प्रॉब्लम
और
क्या है?
फ्यूचर. हाँ वही
हाँ,
मैं
प्रॉब्लम
बताना
क्या
चाह
है,
रहा
मेरे
था.
को प्रॉब्लम बताओ. उनकी लाइफस्टाइल में
या
प्रॉब्लम क्या है अभी? एंड द
उनकी
एज
अभी
ग्रुप
की
एज वेल
करंट.
प्लीज.
या सो माय एज ग्रुप इज लाइक youth, young, like around
एज
10
ग्रुप इज
to
नॉट यूथ.
30. Sorry,
हाँ, 10
young
to
people
13 is the
like,
age.
yeah. Okay, currently. So मैंने जब पता किया उन्होंने कहा यार उनके ब्रेल बुक्स जो होती है, the books that they study through are quite heavy.
Yeah.
And they're not able to take it anywhere they want. Secondly, they are basically they are using a braille language that is meant for them. And वो थोड़ा सा tedious हो जाता है उनकी लर्निंग को करने के लिए, क्योंकि उनको विजुअलाइज करना मतलब उनको रिपीटेडली सोचना पड़ता है कि हाँ
Okay.
इस इन
आदर्श, आप
कॉम्बिनेशंस को
समझे
ये
नहीं,
कहते हैं.
आप समझे नहीं मेरी बात को. मैं जो कहने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, आप अभी भी सॉल्यूशन पे ज्यादा फोकस्ड हैं. मेरा सवाल ये है कि लेट्स से 10 से 13 साल में के हमारे पास 10 से 14 या 10 से 15 लगा लीजिए, इस 5 साल की कैटेगरी में इंडिया में कितने लोग होंगे? मेरे को लग रहा है कि 10 से करोड़ लोग होंगे. फॉर दिस 10 करोड़ लोग होंगे. इमेजिन कीजिए देर आर टोटल क्लोज टू 30 करोड़ स्कूल स्टूडेंट्स हैं हमारे पूरे कंट्री में. 28 करोड़, जिसमें से लेट्स से 8 करोड़ आप पकड़ लीजिए. 8 करोड़ पीपल आर इन दिस एज रेंज ऑफ 10 to 15. फ्रॉम दो 8 crore people, how many are going through this blindedness or partial blindness or full blindness? That's one question that you need to have an answer to. The second question is, आप कह रहे हो कि उनका लाइफस्टाइल बेहतर करना चाह रहे हैं हम. How what do you how do you define their current lifestyle? Let's say if they're not able to study today, what is going to happen in the future? What is gonna happen in the, what's your theory of change? You're still talking about books बड़ी हैं, पढ़ नहीं पा रहे हैं. मेरा सवाल थोड़ा सा फंडामेंटल ये है कि वो अगर वो पढ़ लेंगे तो क्या कर लेंगे, और अगर वो नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं तो क्या होगा? That's what I want to understand. What exactly are you trying to do in the outcome perspective?
Okay.
Is that
So अगर
question
वो
clear?
या सो अगर वो अभी पढ़ लेंगे तो उनके पढ़ने से ये होगा कि द करंट स्टेट डिफाइन कर रहा हूँ कि दे आर नॉट एबल टू अफोर्ड bare minimum things that are necessary for life and they have to be dependent on others to afford it. So
They'll not
once
be
they
able to
study,
afford things.
या जो नेसेसरी होती है वो भी उनको डिपेंडेंट होना पड़ता है एनजीओज एंड बाकी लोगों पर कि वो उनको कहीं से उनको मिले एंड वो उनको प्रोवाइड हो क्योंकि उनके पास इतना पैसा नहीं होता कि वो खरीद सके उसको. They are just
So they're not
begging
able to
around.
make money because
They
they're
are
not
not able
studied.
to
Is
make.
that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So
They
after
are very
studying how
less
much? Okay.
percentage of people.
Before we continue, people who've asked their questions, they're free to leave. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you all being present for the whole 2 hours. Uh, we will take a few individual questions. Whoever wants to stay, please stay. Otherwise, you're free to leave this call. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yes, Adarsh, please go on.
तो like मैं रोज ट्रैवल करता तो आई सी ब्लाइंड पीपल बेगिंग अराउंड सो दे शो दे आर डिपेंडेंट ऑन अदर पीपल कि उनको कुछ मिले एंड देन दे कैन सर्वाइव ऑन इट एंड लाइक एनजीओज एंड बाकी उनके साथ जिनके साथ उनका जहाँ पे वो रहते हैं वो लोग उनको प्रोवाइड करते हैं अगर उनके पास होता है तो सो दे शोज कि उन काफ़ी सारे लोग अफोर्ड नहीं कर पाते हैं जो उनकी बेसिक नेसेसिटी चीज़ भी होती है.
ठीक है. So I think the next step in this would be आपके इंटरवेंशन से जो ये लोग हैं अभी वो 5,000 कमाते हैं या 10,000 कमाते हैं, they're 90% dependent on others. After your intervention और let's say 10 बच्चों के साथ आपने काम किया, उस इंटरवेंशन के बाद they will be able to make at least 15,000. उनका ट्रिपल हो गया इनकम एंड उनकी डिपेंडेबिलिटी reduces from 90% to let's say 30%. Okay. The reason I'm asking you to quantify this is because that will become your selling point. That will become the point where you will get some money from donors. In this kind of project, you can't expect to make money from the people who are, you are helping. You can expect the money from corporate
Those gonna
CSRs.
buy them and give them.
So it's a PPP बोलते हैं, public private partnerships, जिसमें आप किसी प्राइवेट कंपनी के साथ मिलके किसी एनजीओ के साथ मिलके इस चीज को एग्जीक्यूट कर पाए. Okay.
जी सर.
The other will be you open an NGO on your own. You take the money from international funders. जैसे NASCOM Foundation है. They have donation from NASCOM as an entity. वहां से पैसा आता है. There are other organizations who are donating to NASCOM for NASCOM to deliver this kind of training program, right? You folks are not being charged for this program. The reason that we are doing these program is that we see हमारा theory of change ये है कि हम अपने नए जनरेशन को ट्रेनिंग देंगे, पढ़ाएंगे, सिखाएंगे, उनको स्टार्टअप की इकोसिस्टम समझाएंगे. बिकॉज ऑफ दैट दे विल बी एबल टू डू बेटर इन लाइफ. और उसको भी क्वांटिफाई किया हुआ है. एंड ऑन दोज क्वांटिटीज वी गेट पेड और अ नॉन प्रॉफिट गेट्स पेड. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लर्निंग आउटकम आपने बढ़ा दिए, वॉल्यूम कितने लोगों को आपने टच किया, तीसरा एक्चुअली लाइफस्टाइल में, लाइवलीहुड में आपने कितना इंक्रीज किया है.
जी.
तो ये 3 चीजों पे फंडिंग मिलती है कि हम लेट्स से आप 2 लाख लो, 5 लाख लो, 10 लाख लो. इस 10 लाख में आपको 500 लोगों को सब पढ़ाना है 3 हफ्ते में, 4 हफ्ते में. उसमें उनका लर्निंग आउटकम ये होना चाहिए, उनका लाइवलीहुड आउटकम ये होना चाहिए, उनका ओवरऑल नंबर ऑफ पीपल क्या इम्पैक्ट होंगे, उनका हाउस होल्ड कैसे इम्पैक्ट होगा, वो आपको बताना पड़ेगा. दैट बिकम्स योर प्रोडक्ट. सो इन दिस
इसकी
केस
रिसर्च पहले होनी चाहिए.
बिल्कुल होनी चाहिए.
नहीं, इसकी रिसर्च एज इन सर हाउ विल गेट दोज एक्यूरेट नंबर्स so that we will be able to pitch those investors, those who invest or donate money, कि this is how they'll be impacted.
इस
मेरे
केस
को
में
ये नहीं
आपको
पता कैसे मैं
इन्वेस्टर्स नहीं
करके दूं.
चाहिए. इस केस में आपको इन्वेस्टर्स नहीं चाहिए. इस केस में आपको डोनर्स चाहिए. डोनेशंस पे चलेंगे
डोनर्स चाहिए, डोनेशंस
आप.
चलेंगे.
हाँ, इस पे आप फाइनेंशियल मॉडल नहीं बना सकते क्योंकि ये फाइनेंशियली फीजिबल मॉडल ही नहीं है. तो आप इन्वेस्टर्स नहीं ढूंढेंगे, आप डोनर्स ढूंढेंगे जो आपको परपेचुअली सपोर्ट कर पाए। इंडिविजुअल डोनर्स भी हो सकते हैं कि जैसे आपने फॉर एग्जांपल मेरे पास आए, आपने बोला कि मैं साल के 2 बच्चों को पढ़ाने के लिए मेरा ये कॉस्ट रहेगा, कैन यू प्लीज हेल्प मी बेयर द कॉस्ट ऑफ 2 किड्स एवरी ईयर। तो ऐसे इंडिविजुअल आपने 100 डोनर्स इकट्ठा किए, जिसमें आपने 1-1 लाख 2-2 लाख पर डोनर से लिया, तो आपके 10 या 20 या 50 या 100 लोग अगर डोनेट करेंगे तो आपने 1 करोड़ 2 करोड़ का बजट बनाएंगे, जिसमें आप अपना ये देखेंगे कि कितने बच्चों को हम टारगेट कर रहे हैं। उससे पहले आपको ये समझना जरूरी है कि कितने बच्चे अफेक्टेड हैं, कहाँ कहाँ पे अफेक्टेड हैं। आपकी इंटरवेंशन से बच्चों के लाइफ में एक्चुअली टेंजिबली क्या फर्क आएगा, वो आपको क्लियर होना चाहिए, तभी आप डोनर से जाके बात कर पाओगे। Okay? Does that make sense?
जी सर।
Happy to work on building a plan for you. Happy to talk to you on identifying. Do some primary and secondary research. एक यूएस एड का प्रोजेक्ट आया था जो प्रथम इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहा था, बट ड्यू टू ट्रम्प देव स्टॉप द फंडिंग ऑन दैट। उसमें उन्होंने आई थिंक 15 करोड़ इन्वेस्ट किया था इंडिया में फॉर द नेक्स्ट 2-3 इयर्स, जहां पे दे वांटेड टू हैव इंक्लूसिव एजुकेशन। मीनिंग जो इंक्लूसिव एजुकेशन का मतलब हुआ, जहां जहां पे उनको लगता है कि गैप है हमारे एजुकेशन सिस्टम में, वहां वहां पे उस गैप को ब्रिज कैसे किया जाए, जहां पे ये भी एक एलिमेंट था, विजुअली इम्पेयर्ड बच्चों को कैसे पढ़ाई करवाई जाए गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स में, प्राइवेट स्कूल्स में, एंड इन जनरल एजुकेशन सिस्टम। उसका भी प्रारब्ध बनाने के लिए वो लोग काम कर रहे थे, बट I don't know what the current state of that project is, but I can make you talk to a few of those people. But do some passive research. It was a enable program from Pratham. You can do some research on that. You can read some ASAR report. You can read some reports which tells you the exact number of people affected, and their long-term impact on their livelihood and their lifestyle.
Okay, so the type of research over here requires, is it field research or an internet
All
research?
almost free है, अगर नहीं होती है तो again you find donors to support you to do that research as well. अगर
Field,
paid आपको accounts
sir,
लेने हैं,
it's like field research. Like मेरे को जाना है and get to know NGOs and schools and sit
start
over
with
there and communicate with them.
start with
Or
secondary
internet.
research. Start with secondary research,
Okay.
wherein read papers which tells you the exact number of people affected, exact location of the people affected, and maybe you'll find some peripheral data to tell you कि वो क्यों affected है, मतलब what has been done and what's failed. Now, once you have these 3 data points, then you pick up one spot wherein you see के अच्छा यहाँ पे जाके यहाँ पे सबसे ज्यादा population है. You go and you talk to that proper NGO or those people who are working on visually impaired and their education, and you do the customer research on them, talking to the non-profit and talking to the um, actual end user as well कि उन्होंने क्या, उनका जर्नी क्या रहा है। और तीसरी चीज आपको ये भी करनी चाहिए कि आप सिर्फ 10 से 13 साल वालों पे फोकस मत करो, आप ऐसे लोगों से पे भी फोकस करो जो 10 से 13 साल के नहीं है, मगर वो आज की डेट में 25 साल के हैं, 30 साल के हैं, 50 साल के हैं, मगर उनको ये पढ़ाई नहीं मिली थी पहले।
सर ये थोड़ा
तो वो
प्रोडक्ट बिजनेस के इस पे है कि अभी जो हम लोग स्टडी मटेरियल दे रखे हैं वो 1st से 5 तक के लिए है, एंड उसके आगे हम ऐड ऑन कर रहे हैं जो 13 के लिए होगा। मेरा जो अप्रोच है वो ये है कि हम लोग छोटे बच्चों को भी करेंगे, बड़ों को भी करेंगे, एज वेल एज ओल्डर पीपल्स को भी करेंगे। तो जो प्रोडक्ट जो हम लोग बना रहे हैं, इट विल केटर ऑल दीज 3 सेगमेंट्स। मैं जो सेगमेंट बनाता हूँ वो है स्मॉल, एडल्ट्स एंड ओल्ड। तो मैं तीनों को कैटर करना चाह रहा हूँ, एंड अपॉनिंग मतलब फाइंडिंग आउट कि इन तीनों को कैटर करने के लिए तीनों के अलग अलग प्रॉब्लम एंड चैलेंजेस हैं, जो तीनों को मेरे को कॉमन पॉइंट लाके सॉल्व करनी है।
तीनों
दूसरा
चीजों
सर
में ना एक चीज कॉमन रहेगी, कंटेंट आपका सेम रहेगा। अगर कोई
कंटेंट
पांचवी
है।
फेल है, अगर कोई पांचवी फेल है तो वो पांचवी फेल है, उसको
जी
जो
सर।
पांचवी के जो कोर कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं वो समझाना ही पड़ेंगे आपको। दी ओनली थिंग दैट विल डिफरेंशिएट इज पेडागोजी, आप पढ़ाते कैसे हो। अडल्ट लर्निंग अलग तरीके से होती है, और बच्चों की लर्निंग 10 to 13 year old के बच्चों की ट्रेनिंग अलग तरीके से होती है. Focus on just two categories right now and then create a pipeline. For example, 10 to 13 and then keep people who are above 20. So that you are able to cater to the people who are actually going through something. You can work with organizations and schools who are struggling and helping these students. क्योंकि adults will you will meet them everywhere. You'll not be able to find them at one place. तो उसका जो मार्केटिंग है, आउटरीच है और उनको लेके आना क्लासरूम में उनको पढ़ाना will be a different ball game, will be a different journey that you will have for the students. But cater to two right now, not
जी
more.
ओके सर, तो बेसिकली क्या है, मैं इसी चीज़ में जब आता हूँ, सो मैं थोड़ा सा आगे चला जाता हूँ, आगे चले जाने पे आई गेट स्टक ऑन द प्रोडक्ट कॉस्ट, क्योंकि जो
Product
मैंने
cost.
जी जो भी फाइनल जो प्रोटोटाइप बनाने का कॉस्ट है, दैट इज़ वे एक्सपेंसिव देन दे कैन अफोर्ड, एंड इसी की वजह से मेरे को ये
No, you're looking at it wrong. For
या
example, प्रथम में हमने गूगल ने 2 करोड़ रुपए दिए
जी
to build an AI platform. Google
ओके
paid us to build a platform and deliver. The end user will never be able to pay for that. So what we did was, and also हमारी IT team तो थी नहीं, we found a vendor to create that for us. So is in this case as well, for a prototype, you need funders, donors. एंड यूजर से आप एक्सपेक्ट मत कीजिए. आपको कोई रिसर्च करनी है, प्रोडक्ट बनाना है, प्रोडक्ट प्लेटफॉर्म बनाना है. अगेन, अखिलेश कैन कनेक्ट यू विद पीपल इन नासकॉम फाउंडेशन. आई कैन पुट यू इन टच विद पीपल फ्रॉम प्रथम. Find out people who can give you money to do this experiment. There are organizations who can help you with that. Karthik, do
सर
you want to
इन
add to that? One second.
Sir, as
Do you
you
want to
said,
add to that?
हाँ, yes, sir.
हाँ,
सर, जैसे
बताइए.
आपने बताया, आदर्श को बोला कि उनको कनेक्ट करना चाहिए, तो मैं उनको बताना चाहता हूँ कि पश्चिम विहार में एक ब्लाइंड स्कूल है और वहाँ के ऑनर वो अच्छे भी हैं. मैं तो एक बार मेरी उनसे बातचीत हुई थी, तो आप उनसे कनेक्ट कर सकते हो. वो आपको एक्चुअल बता पाएंगे कि वो स्कूल ही एक्चुअली पढ़ाते ही हैं ब्लाइंड्स को, तो वो आपको ज़्यादा थोड़ा गाइड कर पाएंगे कि ये एक्चुअली नीड है, नहीं है, या फिर पश्चिम विहार में है ये.
Okay, so
आगे
can you
पर
drop me can you help me out to connect with them so that I can validate and yeah,
Actually, I
get
don't
everything?
know them personally. My college
कोई
is
बात
in
नहीं.
Pashchim
आप
Vihar.
नंबर
आप नंबर दे दीजिए,
आप नंबर शेयर कीजिए, ईमेल शेयर कीजिए. आदर्श, दिस इज द सेम
मैं
थिंग
बात
यार.
कर लूँगा, yeah,
आप
I'll do it.
अगेन, देयर इज नो स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड आंसर टू एनी ऑफ
Yep.
द थिंग्स. ये भले ही आप फॉर प्रॉफिट के लिए हो,
हाँ,
आप नॉन प्रॉफिट के लिए हो. द ओनली थिंग इज आपका कैटेगरी ऑफ किस तरीके के लोगों से आप बात कर रहे हो वो थोड़ा सा अलग होगा. वो आपको देखना है. आपको
जी
100 लोगों से तो बात करनी ही करनी पड़ेगी. आपने नहीं किया अभी तक. आपको इस सेगमेंट में उतरना पड़ेगा और अलग अलग तरीके से अलग अलग लोगों से बात करनी पड़ेगी. उसमें से आपको 2 या 3 ऐसे मिलेंगे जो आपको पूरा सपोर्ट कर पाएंगे एंड टू एंड. इट्स एज सिंपल एज
सर,
दैट.
या आई गेट इट सर. कस्टमर्स के साथ तो मैंने बात करी थी, ब्लाइंड लोग ऐसे एनजीओज इन वो ऑर्फनेज वगैरह इन सब में भी गया था, करी थी. उनको आइडिया अच्छा लगा, दे टोल्ड कि हाँ ये हमें काफ़ी हेल्प करेगा. आई हैव लाइक शॉट सम वीडियोज अबाउट देयर रिस्पॉन्स ओवर इट. बस मेरे को सर ये जो आता था
कितने
मेरा
लोगों से
बिल्डिंग
बात
को,
किया आपने?
तो आई गेस अराउंड 50-60 तो कर रखी है.
एंड यूजर से या 30-60
एंड
नॉन
एंड
एनजीओ
एक्चुअल
से?
ब्लाइंड लोग, एक्चुअल ब्लाइंड लोग
हाँ, तो
जो
आपका
यूज करें.
आपका मॉडल जो है, आपका यूजर वो है. मैंने आपको उस दिन भी बोला था. आई थिंक, आई डोंट नो इफ यू वर इन द प्रीवियस डिस्कशन. इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू आइडेंटिफाई हु इज योर कस्टमर एंड हु इज योर यूजर. ये दो अलग
यस
अलग लोग हैं. आपका
यस
यूजर एक है, आपका कस्टमर एक है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई एम वर्किंग विद पेरेंट विद किड्स, मेरे को 10 से 15 साल वाले बच्चे चाहिए, मैं उनके साथ काम करना चाह रहा हूँ. उस केस में बच्चे मेरे कस्टमर नहीं है, दे आर माई
वो
यूजर्स.
यूजर है, कस्टमर पेरेंट्स,
कस्टमर पेरेंट्स हैं. आपके केस में कस्टमर्स आर नॉन प्रॉफिट्स,
एनजीओज है,
कस्टमर्स आर स्कूल्स,
स्कूल्स. यस
are the parents of those people and not the actual
जी
blind people that will drive your product. But the customer and the money
जो
will come
बाय
from
करेंगे वो
somewhere else.
कस्टमर से आएंगे या यूजर
That's
से
somewhere
नहीं।
else, something else. Okay.
जी एंड सर हाउ कैन वी लाइक इसकी ये चलेगा नहीं चलेगा वाला पार्ट, क्योंकि आई डोंट वांट कि
आप
किसी का
मैं
मनी
बताता हूँ
बर्बाद,
चलेगा
मतलब
नहीं
थोड़ा
चलेगा
मॉरल
का आपका
एथिक्स
आंसर कहाँ
पार्ट
से
करूँ
मिलेगा?
मैं।
I'll tell you. चलेगा ना चले वाली बात ही नहीं है, आपको तीन चीजें समझनी पड़ेंगी। पहली बात तो ये फॉर प्रॉफिट बिजनेस नहीं है,
ओके
ये चंदे पे चलने वाला काम है। आपको चंदा इकट्ठे करते रहना पड़ेगा, आपको चंदा परपेचुअली इकट्ठे करते रहना पड़ेगा, तभी आप ये चला पाएंगे। पहली चीज, इसमें
जी
प्रॉफिट नहीं बनाएंगे आप, प्रॉफिट बना ही नहीं
जी
सकते, ना बनाना चाहिए, क्योंकि वो काम ही ऐसा नहीं है।
जी
दूसरा, कितनी बड़ी समस्या है उस पे डिपेंड करता है कि आपको कितनी बड़ी फंडिंग चाहिए। तभी मैं
ओके
आपको कह रहा हूं कितने लोग अफेक्टेड हैं इस प्रॉब्लम से, वो आपको क्लियरली पता होना चाहिए।
जी
अगर आप एक दवाई बना रहे हो तो आपका सिंपल सा स्टेटमेंट होना चाहिए, 50 लाख लोग बच्चे इस चीज से सफर करते हैं, मेरे को उन 50 लाख को पढ़ाना है। ठीक है,
ओके
अब उस 50 लाख तक पहुंचने के लिए आप 1 साल ले सकते हो, 10 साल ले सकते हो, 1 करोड़ ले सकते हो, 10 करोड़ ले सकते हो, वो आपके ऊपर है, आपके पूरे बिजनेस मॉडल के ऊपर है। बट ये 2-3 सवाल आपको पूछने पड़ेंगे कि 50 लाख बच्चा सफर कर रहे हैं, 50 लाख बच्चों तक पहुंचना कैसे है, उसकी कॉस्टिंग क्या रहेगी, वो आप डोनेशन लेके ही करवा पाओगे, और उसको डिलीवर कैसे करना है और डिलीवर अच्छे से सक्सेसफुली कैसे करना है वो आप करा पाओगे। आप सिर्फ और सिर्फ इसमें एक सैलरी ले सकते हो फॉर योर टाइम। यू कैनॉट मेक अ प्रॉफिट फ्रॉम दिस काइंड ऑफ बिजनेस। तो चलने ना चलने का सवाल ही नहीं है। प्रॉब्लम कितनी बड़ी है, आपने दवाई बनाई है जिससे 50 लाख लोग पीड़ित हैं, उन 50 लाख लोगों तक दवाई पहुंचानी है। आप
सर
उसको एक
मतलब
साल में
चलने
पहुंचाओ, आपको
चलने
10 साल
वाला
में
पार्ट
पहुंचाओ।
जो था वो ये था कि लाइक मैं चाह रहा हूँ करना एंड आई एंडेड अप कि ये मैं कर रहा हूँ कोशिश बट इसका रिस्पॉन्स सामने से नहीं आ रहा है। चलने ना
किससे
चलने
नहीं
वाला
आ रहा
पार्ट
है?
ये था।
नहीं, किससे नहीं आ रहा है, मतलब क्या
कस्टमर
रिस्पॉन्स नहीं
वाला
आ रहा है?
पार्ट, कस्टमर कस्टमर यूजर चाह रहे हैं लेकिन कस्टमर जो उनको बाय करके देगा
कौन
वो
है कस्टमर? कौन है कस्टमर?
एनजीओज एंड स्कूल जो हमारे प्रोडक्ट को हाई
तो
हाई
कितने
कॉस्ट लोगे
एनजीओ
तो
से,
खरीद
कितने
लेंगे।
स्कूल से बात किया आपने?
सर अराउंड मैंने 3 या 4 से करी है।
देयर इज योर आंसर। 100-150 से बात करोगे फिर तब पता लगेगा आपको, 2-3 तब मिलेंगे ना आपको। और
तो
दूसरी
सर
चीज
ये
आपने
भी
ये नहीं
बोलूंगा
की है, आपने दूसरी चीज ये नहीं की है, आपने टोटल नंबर नहीं पता किया है, कितने लोगों को सफर करते हैं इससे से आप बताइए मेरे को क्या नंबर है, कितनी बड़ी समस्या है ये इंडिया में।
सर इंडिया में अराउंड 80 मिलियन पीपल है जिनकी प्रॉब्लम है।
यू डोंट नो दैट, यू जस्ट सेइंग इट।
सर लास्ट
वेयर इज
ईयर
द
किया था
डेटा?
तब।
वेयर इज द डेटा?
ओके
आपने बोला 10 से 13 साल वाले बच्चों को आप केटर कर रहे हो, आप अभी कह रहे हो 80 मिलियन बच्चों
टोटल
को
टोटल
ये समस्या।
टोटल टोटल ये है जिनमें से मैं छोटों को करता हूँ।
समस्या कितने लोगों की है, आप नहीं मेरे को आंसर दे रहे हो ना।
ओके
हाउ बिग इज दिस प्रॉब्लम? You don't know that. You
या
don't know that. And you need to know that. Once you know that, your kind of conversation with the
जी
kind of people who will be able to give you that money will be different. You'll be talking to a Google or a Microsoft or a big enterprise who could support you. आप लेंस कार्ड के साथ जाके बात करेंगे तो वो आपको सुनेंगे, क्योंकि उनका काम ही यही है, उनका बिजनेस मॉडल यही है।
ओके
I know, I'm working with the founders of Amity School and their daughter. She started, जो artisans होते हैं, जो बच्चे होते हैं, who get blind when they're working on
जी
making bangles. She tied up. I helped her set up a non-profit. She tied up with the Lenskart, and they're doing these eye campaigns everywhere. They've touched 50,000 students so far. So the problem, when you go deeper in the problem, you're still connected with the solution. अगर
ओके
ये अगर आप ब्लाइंड बच्चों की समस्या सॉल्व कर रहे हो पढ़ाई की, योर
जी
सेकंड क्वेश्चन शुड बी, क्या आप ब्लाइंडनेस क्योर कर सकते हो? कितने लोग ऐसे हैं जिनकी क्योरेबल है वो ब्लाइंडनेस, वर्सेस यू क्रिएटिंग
कि
एन
नहीं ये
इकोसिस्टम
क्योरेबल
फॉर
नहीं है।
सपोर्टिंग।
ओके
हाँ, तो anyways, again, you've
क्योरेबल
not
एंड
done the back end
इनक्योरेबल का
research.
आंसर या
Anyway, so we will not spend too much time on this now. I want to
जी
make sure that I speak with Nipun as well. But if you need help, you do this back-end research. We'll dig deeper. We'll find out more. Akhilesh, you had a hand raised. बताइए.
Sir, I just want to add few points in others thing. He called me a few weeks earlier, and same thing I have suggested him. Please just go deep digger and research karo, like go through some research
वो
papers as well.
रिसर्च वाला
Reach out to
फॉर्मेट ही
more
समझ
people.
में नहीं आ रहा.
अब समझ में आ गया होगा maybe. It's okay, आदर्श चलो ठीक है.
नहीं, but
और
is it clear now? Is it better now, Adarsh? Do you understand? The whole point is for you to be success. यार ये काम बहुत अच्छा है, but ये नॉन प्रॉफिट की तरह ही काम होगा, मगर ये तभी होगा जब आपको पता होगा हाउ बिग द प्रॉब्लम इज, व्हाट इज द एक्चुअल प्रॉब्लम, कितने लोग सॉल्व, आप आई केयर का सॉल्व कर रहे हो या आप एजुकेशन का सॉल्व कर रहे हो, एंड अगर एजुकेशन का सॉल्व कर रहे हो तो लेकिन
यस सर, आई गेट इट. सर मेरे को एक्चुअली ना, मेरे को रिसर्च कैसे करनी है वो नहीं आता. किस किस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से मैं रिसर्च करूँ कि आई गेट जो जो क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, देन द क्वेश्चन दैट कैन बी आस्क्ड एंड दैट इज विच इज इम्पोर्टेंट टू मूव फर्दर. मेरे को वो रिसर्च करना सीखना है. आई एम नॉट एबल टू. कैन यू हेल्प मी सम गाइडलाइंस और पॉइंट्स दैट आई कैन गो थ्रू, क्योंकि मैं गूगल पे जाता हूँ, आई गेट सम नंबर्स, आई डू नॉट
schedule
नो.
a meeting, schedule a meeting with me, drop me, you have my email address.
Shall I take it from sir, please sir?
Did you attend the previous session or no?
Yeah, no sir, I wasn't available at that point of time.
Why? What were you doing?
Sir, I was like in the middle of a meeting in our office.
I've sent you my email address in the chat box. Drop me a
Yes sir,
line.
I
Let's
got
meet.
it.
We'll talk. ठीक है? I'll help
Thank you
you
sir.
in whatever capacity I can. Let's do it. Don't worry. I'm there to help you.
Thank you sir.
ठीक है? Don't worry. Um, it's a noble cause, and we'll solve it. Nipun, please present your prototype, and then we'll call it a evening. I have other
हेलो
commitments to get to. Yes,
हेलो आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
बिल्कुल आ रही है, बताइए.
हाँ जी सर, मुझे लाइक अपना ना पूरा डिस्कस करना था आपसे, लाइक कैसे क्या होता है, लाइक पूरा प्रोटोटाइप को दिखाना भी है, तो अभी इसी मीट
कैसे
में
क्या
दिखाऊं
होता है
या
मतलब?
लाइक मतलब पूरा प्रोटोटाइप आपको दिखाना है, मुझे आपको पूरा डिस्कस करना है आपसे.
So let's schedule a meeting. Let's schedule a separate meeting. Maybe use the time. हमारा वो टाउन हॉल कब है अगला, अखिलेश?
सर सिक्स्थ को है सर. Thursday.
6th is what?
Thursday.
And why have we not, scheduled it like it? I got the email yesterday for today's. I have to reschedule a lot of things. यार ये पहले से have the calendar fixed. I might be
I'm sorry.
traveling. I mean,
I'm so sorry, sir.
it gets
I
very
know, I
tough.
know.
I don't want to say no to the kids, but you have to. I mean, we stick to the dates that we decided early on. You moved it twice already. It affects my other work.
No, I completely understand, sir. But my team missed the deadline and they remembered yesterday only. So
Yeah, but
that's why. I'm so sorry, sir, for this.
uh, ठीक है. So let's do it on Thursday, 5 p.m. So Nipun, we'll start with you then on Thursday.
सर
You
आई हैव
start
टू
with your
डिस्कस विद यू
prototyping.
पर्सनली, लाइक नॉट
We
विद
can do it
एवरीवन.
personally as well. Don't worry, we'll do it personally. Drop me a line, drop me a WhatsApp. Again, it's easy, very easy to find me. आप
सर
मेरा
अपना
नाम गूगल
नंबर
में
दे
डालेंगे,
दूंगा.
आपको मैं ही मिलूंगा. अगर आप मेरे को गूगल करेंगे, आप मेरा नंबर भी पालेंगे. मैं नंबर भी दे
ओके
देता हूँ आपको. रुको. Wait, I'll text you here. Don't worry. I'll make sure that my team works with you, and for scheduling and everything, and we'll do this one on one. Don't worry.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर.
ठीक है. Thank you, Nipun. Rehan.
Hello, namaste, sir. I just wanted to
Namaskar. How are
discuss
you?
sir, I'm good, sir. How about you?
I'm fantastic. जी बताइए.
Sir, this isn't the initial idea I had pitched, but I would like to discuss an idea with you. And
Yeah.
uh, for you to get to know about it, I would like to tell you how I came to this idea.
Mm-hmm.
A few months ago, I came to know about a platform called Whoop. If you don't know about it, it's a platform for you to sell digital products.
Yeah.
and
What is it called? Whoop.
WHOP.
Okay.
And the best thing about it is like I don't have to reveal who am I or my face. And
Hmm.
I had started and and productivity community from
Hmm.
which I earned about a decent amount. I used to
Hmm.
charge $10 per month for daily newsletter and $15
Hmm.
for newsletter with me as a productivity partner. I used
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
sold it as like in I had to upload a pitch so that like customers could see.
Your voice is
And
breaking,
uh,
Ryan. Your voice is breaking. I can barely hear you.
hello, am I audible
Hello.
now?
Now
Hello,
you are.
sir,
Your
am I
voice is
audible now?
breaking. Can you please repeat that? Yeah, you are.
So from where should I repeat?
The last point, I think I couldn't hear.
Uh, yeah, I had to upload a pitch for I had to upload a pitch. Like made a pitch like having a productivity partner increases your productivity by 95%, and initially it is
Hmm.
65%, and I earned a decent amount from it, and
Hmm.
about $200. And from that I got an idea like how about making the productivity app about it, like productivity app like powered with AI.
Productivity for who?
Uh, like the
किसकी
self-help apps are
productivity को
already
करना चाह रहे हो आप?
so like these self-helps app are already booming, and nowadays like ये distraction के लिए लोग ये ऐसे like
तो रेहान,
trackers self-help
रेहान, टेल
apps.
मी द पर्सोना जो अभी तक हम काम कर रहे हैं. Until you know who are you doing it for, what is the problem, is it a working class, what is the age group, what is the income that they are making, what is the challenge that they are facing. I'm a productivity clarity coach myself as well. I work with a lot of startup founders, leaders, a lot of youth, and I know what my category is. From age 13 to 24 is the kind of people that we work with. Now, in that, you need to understand what is the kind of person that you want to make an app for. And if you've gotten some money based on your pitch deck, that's not your earning. You've gotten the money to invest in your business as an idea. So I want you to flush out on who's your customer, what is the problem, and not just the problem on productivity कि भाई productivity कम है, क्यों कम है, और आप क्या करेंगे जिससे वो प्रोडक्टिविटी इंप्रूव हो जाएगी. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. So I
So
think my
until
main
until we clarify that, and you don't have to answer that right now. Go with these questions to do the research and get back to an answer. Don't try to answer just for the sake of answering. I am available and I'll talk to each one of you if needed. I do this for the love of doing it. मैं 2021 में इंडिया आया हूँ after studying from Harvard just to help youth like yourself. But come prepare, help me help you. You have to help me by coming prepared, by having these answers, by
yes,
having
sir.
these questions researched properly. I'll
Yes,
not spoon feed you for this. Identify what, when you say productivity app for who, what exactly will you do? What are the gaps in the market that you're trying to capture? Okay.
yes, sir. सर मैंने एक प्रॉब्लम नोटिस किया था कि लाइक जो भी प्रोडक्टिविटी एप्स है उसमें लाइक ऐसा है कि लाइक यू हैव टू अप्रोच फर्स्ट. लाइक आई वांटेड टू मेक अ ऐप लाइक जैसे कि AI application that reaches you out before you get out of track. जैसे ये मेन की लाइक मोस्ट प्रोडक्टिविटी एप्स में
आप
मिसिंग
प्रोडक्ट
है.
के बारे में बात कर रहे हो, आप प्रोडक्ट के बारे में मत बात करो, आप प्रॉब्लम के बारे में बात करो. प्रॉब्लम मेरे को क्लियर नहीं हुई है अभी तक, आपको भी नहीं है वो क्लियर. प्रोडक्ट बाद में हो जाएगा, इनोवेशन बाद में आ जाएगा, बट व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम वी आर ट्राइंग टू सॉल्व? हाउ बिग इज द प्रॉब्लम? Who is facing this problem and who are we trying to solve for, right?
So mainly the youth, maybe the changes people who are distracted.
What's the age group?
Mm,
You don't have to,
16 to
again,
25.
don't answer for the sake of answering, yaar. Answer,
Yes, sir.
do your research, and then come back. We'll talk. We'll talk.
Sir. Yes, sir.
That's
I
not the
think I need
point.
to research more and
Do
I
the
will get
research, have
back
these
to you.
answers, and then we'll talk more. ठीक है?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I will
ठीक
reach
है.
out to you in your phone number. Thank you, sir.
Done. Karthik, reach out to me on email first. Oh, that's a better channel. I might not be able to respond on WhatsApp. Maybe my team will,
Okay,
but
sir.
reach out to me on email first.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Thank you.
Karthik. Yeah.
हेलो सर
Hi.
सर माय क्वेश्चन इज कि अगर आप एक इन्वेस्टर हो तो आप ऐसे क्या की फीचर्स देखते हो एज इन अ फाउंडर कि आप उस पर बिलीव करते हो कि हाँ ये कर देगा मतलब समटाइम्स आई फील कि अगर मैं प्रोडक्ट अच्छा बना भी लेता हूँ या कुछ कर लेता हूँ तो पर लेकिन टू मेक देम बिलीव कि यस आई एम डूइंग इट ये थोड़ा टफ लगता है मुझे कई बार तो सर क्या इशू आते हैं क्यों होता है ऐसा
हम्म यार, ये तो मतलब जो भी अभी तक आपने पढ़ा है, एंड जो भी अभी तक हमने करा है. One second, I'll just Nipun. Yes, I got your email. I saw that email as well. Is there a question in that? Anyways, okay, Karthik, जो भी अभी तक आपने सीखा है, नास्कॉम फाउंडेशन की जो भी ट्रेनिंग हुई है, ये लास्ट ट्रेनिंग है, उसके बाद एक टाउन हॉल है, वो सारी चीजें फैक्टर हैं टू डिसाइड कि आपको फंडिंग मिलेगी या नहीं मिलेगी. एनीवेयर फ्रॉम you understanding your customer, understanding your value chain, understanding your customer journey, understanding the product or the service that you're doing, the solution that you have for the customer, understanding the pricing, understanding the research, how big the problem is, how big of the market there is. So it's not one silver bullet, is what I'll say. What an investor looks for at a category level are 3 to 4 things. One, how big the problem is. Are they able to make some money? Are they able to get the money back, which they invest in you? What is the product, or the customer that you're trying to cater to? Less important is the customer, more important is your understanding of that industry. और अक्सर होता क्या है, हम ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट होकर जाते हैं, बट एवरी डिसीजन शुड बी अ डेटा बैक डिसीजन. You should be able to come in and tell me, okay, sir, I have done my research, which is, this is the problem, this is how big the problem is. I have spoken to 1,000 people in this sector. This is the data from those 1,000 conversations. This is my solution, and my focus group of customers feel that 90% of the solution works. अगर आप ये 5 चीजें कर दोगे तो of course nobody will say no to you because it'll make sense. In fact, what will happen is, अगर आपका प्रोडक्ट अच्छा है और आपने अच्छे से सॉल्व किया है ना, जो आपका ये फोकस ग्रुप बना है 25 से 100 लोगों का, उसमें से ही आपको आपका पहला इन्वेस्टर मिल जाएगा. मैं गारंटी देता हूं आपको. अगर आपने ये 5-6 चीजें की हैं, आप अगर 100 लोगों से क्लोजली बात कर रहे हो and they like what you do, you will start generating money, revenue, either by investment or by sale, almost immediately. That's a good thing about a good product or a good solution or a good service. It is not ये investors का मोहताज नहीं है when it comes to going out and testing the market. आप बोलो मेरे आज से डे 1 पे पेड कस्टमर्स हैं क्योंकि उनको इतना पसंद आया, उन्होंने यूज कर लिया, उन्होंने खरीद लिया है. There you go.
But
Right?
sir, if my investment is not depending on my product more, जैसे कि सर मैं एक PX में आ रहा हूँ, पर हाँ PX मेरी पसंद आ गई है उनको, पर लेकिन अगर मेरी इन्वेस्टमेंट वो कर रहे हैं ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ मशीन डेटा एंड डिजाइनिंग, और तो ये चीज उनको बिलीव करा कि हाँ ये मशीन बन जाएगी, मतलब इम्पॉसिबल नहीं है, बना रहा हूँ सच में बन रही है, पर वो मैं उसका खाली उनको डिजाइन दिखा सकता हूँ कि मैं उनको एक्चुअल मशीन नहीं दिखा सकता. तो मेन डाउट इज कि यहाँ पे उनको बिलीव होगा प्रोडक्ट तो मैं उनको दिखा सकता हूँ, वो चीज दिखा सकता हूँ,
अगर
और
आपको
वो
बिलीफ
मशीन।
है और आपको बिलीफ है तो उनको बिलीफ होगा ही होगा। दूसरा, हम अक्सर एक गलती ये करते हैं कि हम इन्वेस्टमेंट ना सिर्फ इन्वेस्टर से ढूंढ रहे होते हैं। देर आर मल्टीपल चैनल्स जो हमने अभी तक एक्सप्लोर नहीं किए हैं, हमने लेगवर्क नहीं किया है। क्या नास्कॉम फाउंडेशन से कोई फंडिंग मिल सकती है? क्या गूगल से कोई फंडिंग मिल सकती है? क्या सर अटल इनोवेशन मिशन से कोई फंडिंग मिल सकती है? क्या किसी कॉलेज से, यूनिवर्सिटी से, किसी किसी और एरिया से, जरिए से हमें इन्वेस्टिंग मिल सकती है टू क्रिएट अ प्रोटोटाइप? आपको पूरा ओशन बॉयल करना पड़ेगा, आपको पूरा मतलब इट्स 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 हार्ड वर्क। अभी हम क्या कर रहे हैं, दो चार लोगों से बात करते हैं और हम सोचते हैं कि यार कोई हमें पैसा दे दे। It's really really hard work. The most important or the hardest work is to get लोगों की जेब से पैसा निकलवाना। मगर आप अगर कन्विंस्ड हो कि आपका सर्विस काम कर रहा है, आपका यू नो यू नो आपका प्रोडक्ट काम कर रहा है, आपका डिजाइन अच्छा है, तो आप आईआईटीज में, सारे आईआईटीज में जाके बात करो, पिच करो, वहां के फाइनल ईयर स्टूडेंट से बात करो, प्रोफेसर से बात करो। कितने लोगों से बात किया आपने, ऐसे बताओ? कितने प्रोफेसर
फर्स्ट
से बात किया आपने आज तक?
नो वन सर, फॉर इन्वेस्टमेंट कभी किसी से नहीं। प्रोडक्ट के लिए
हाँ,
बहुत लोगों, इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए भी किसी से बात नहीं की। फॉर इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए कभी फर्स्ट सर नेस्कॉम एंड आई अप्लाइड फॉर द स्टार्टअप नेशन। बस
हाँ,
दैट्स
तो
इट
वही है
सर।
ना कि आप, अगर आपका डिजाइन रेडी है, आप उन
हाँ
प्रोफेसर से बात करो ना जिनके पास फंडिंग है। हर
यस
कॉलेज में, हर आईआईटी में, हर आईआईएम में इनोवेशन फंड है। उनसे बात करो, वहां पे अप्लाई करो। अटल इनोवेशन में बहुत सारे इनोवेशन फंड्स हैं, उसमें अप्लाई करो, उन लोगों से बात करो। वो आपने सबसे नहीं किए, आपने बहुत कम लोगों से किए।
यस सर।
तो फिर दैट्स योर आंसर यार।
दिल्ली में भी
ओके
साइट्स है, वो देता है फंड्स।
एवरीबडी डज
सर।
दैट। आपको 100, 200, 500, 1000 दरवाजे खटखटाने पड़ेंगे, तब जाके उसका 10% दरवाजा खुलेगा। उस 10% दरवाजा जो खुलेगा, उसमें से एक आधा आपको मीटिंग देगा, मिलेगा, बात करेगा, सुनेगा। इसीलिए जितने ज्यादा लोगों से आप बात करोगे, उतना चांस बढ़ेगा आपका।
यस।
और कायदे के लोगों से, मतलब अपने दिशा वाले लोगों से, ये नहीं कि सभी से बात कर रहे हो बस। रैंडमली
नहीं
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 करना है,
ऑफकोर्स।
आपके इंडस्ट्री एरिया वाले से लिंक लोगों की 1000 लोगों की लिस्ट बनाओ और उनको, उनसे बात करो जाके।
ओके सर, डेफिनेटली सर।
ठीक है?
यस सर।
Anybody else? Anyone else with any other questions?
तो सर आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ जी, निपुण।
सर मैं कह रहा था अभी लाइक आए जो मैं प्रोटोटाइप है आपको बाद में दिखा दूं, अभी लाइक आइडिया डिस्कस कर सकता हूँ मैं आपसे बेसिक?
Nipun, I have like another meeting to be at. But what we can do is, you can, when you send me an email,
यस सर।
आपने भेजा है या भेजने वाले हो आप?
सब भेज दिया था मैंने, लास्ट मीट में आपने भेजी थी ना ईमेल, उसके बाद भेजा था आपको।
Let me see that right now. 1 second. निपुण, पहली बात तो आपने मेरे को मेल भेजा है बिना सब्जेक्ट के। ठीक है? It was a
यस।
pleasure talking to you. It will be a really short meeting. I would appreciate your guidance. Okay. Now, in this email, I'm going to forward this email to my team. In this
यस।
email, send me a fresh email with your subject। मतलब बिना सब्जेक्ट के मेल भेजोगे तो कौन रिप्लाई करेगा आपको, राइट?
यस।
वो पहला पड़ाव है आपका। आप अपना ही इंट्रोडक्शन या अपना चीज अच्छे से नहीं बताओगे। ये छोटी छोटी चीजें होती हैं, बट इनकी बहुत वैल्यू होती है।
हाँ जी सर।
Drop me an email with your idea, with the problem, with the, again, if you have a pitch deck, send me that as well. We will arrange a meeting. My team will help you set up that meeting with me. Let's go through that. We'll give you an hour. We'll talk more and we'll see how can I help you reach the next step and next level.
ओके सर।
ठीक है?
ठीक है सर, थैंक यू
Let's
सर।
do that. Perfect. Anything else from Mansi, Akhilesh, Siddharth, and Rehan and Khushi?
Sir, I'll to be making a pitch deck, stating the problems, and I'll be sending you through an email.
Done. Please do. I'll send you my feedback.
Thank you, sir.
All right, people. Thank you so much for your time today. Again, I think जिस पैशन से आप लोग काम कर रहे हैं कहीं ना कहीं पहुंच ही जाएंगे. यही एक इन्वेस्टर भी देखता है कि आप कितने पैशनेट हैं, along with other things that we talked about.
Thank you, Sanjay sir. I think we have extended 40 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all right. Happy to help the kids. Don't worry.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you,
ठीक है जी.
guys. We see you on 6th.
Send me the invite, Akhilesh. This is again very unfair and not right.
Sure, sure. By today evening or by tomorrow morning, I'll send.
Not good. ठीक है. All right. Take care. See you folks. Bye bye.